Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Fight Night Rising here on a new patch 10.7. We got some galaxies here today. Should be very, very fun. But as always, alongside me, there is my friend Casanova. How are you doing, my friend?
I am doing good, man. I'm so excited to be getting into this week's Fight Night. We've been waiting for it ever since they announced Set 3. They added additional galaxies. We've just been spending our time in the Poverty Galaxy where they get no econ, but now we get to add the Nicoverse, we get to add the Medium Legends, and we get to add, the Lilac Galaxy. That's the one? Yeah,
Yep.
It's hard to remember that name. I always just remember it as the Forecast Galaxy, but, we'll get there. All about branding. Got you guys. Anyways,
Good enough.
we've got an incredible lineup for tonight. A couple returning.
Faces, but very, very strong players. HiddenDino and Emilyywng both have been top challenger players. HiddenDino, I believe, was climbing a decent amount recently. A newer streamer of sorts, made some Reddit posts and got a bit of notoriety through there. But yeah, I've watched a couple of his streams, seemed pretty solid. Excited to see Souless back here as well. Maybe Souless will improve upon the record score that he got last time that he was here. I believe it was last time. But,
yeah. I think the last time Souless was here, he was breaking records, scoring the lowest amount of points in any single fight night. So really, there's only up to go from here for Souless, and I'm excited. Souless is honestly probably one of the best TFT players out there. He consistently places at the top of Challenger. I believe he was the first person to hit Master this season.
Yeah, he was.
We know how good of a player he is, so that's why we like to poke fun with him getting the lowest score ever, because it's very out of character, and I'm excited to see what he's going to bring today.
Hopefully he'll bring his A game, trying to aim for that first place here, maybe earning himself, or whoever gets it, $100 for first place, $50 for second, and third and fourth will get $25. And of course, as always, the top 3 will be invited back. More about Souless. I think Souless right now has like 2 accounts in the top 10. He's been hard grinding this set so far. I know he has always placed on a lot of Smurf accounts, but generally doesn't have them, both in the, or all of them in the top 10. But yeah, he's doing pretty well thus far. And of course, MismatchedSocks, super good player. Inay has been, is he rank 1 right now? I know him and kiting is hard. We're contesting. It shows Inay is rank 1 currently right now on the North American ladder. So got ourselves some real nice competition here. Natures as well. I'm not sure what rank he's at right now, but of course Natures is a super good player. Just excited for some games and for some galaxies. I want to see how these players will approach the specific galaxies, because for the first 2 weeks of the set, I guess Riot's sort of perspective on it was just they wanted people to learn the set first before they introduced these galaxies. But as you mentioned, we got the Lilac Nebula with all the forecasts. We have the Medium Legends Galaxy, where you'll be at 125 starting HP. And your little legend hitbox is bigger, which maybe makes for some annoying carousel body block kind of scenarios there. And we have the Nicoverse, which will be interesting to see what players will do with that, where they choose to Nico something like a 3-cost early or go for those 4 costs that are generally very strong here. And right away, we got ourselves a Nicoverse.
Nicoverse and a bunch of chain vests gonna start out this game. So we're already seeing those galaxies come into play. I'm very happy that we are going to get a galaxy to start out with. It would have been pretty disappointing to hype up the new galaxies arriving and then just get a galaxy-less game. So yeah, it's going to be great that we will be getting the Nicoverse here. And like you said, I'm very excited to see what kind of direction everyone decides to go with those. Have you had a particular galaxy that's been your favorite to play in yet?
Well, okay, I know it's not a lot of people's favorite, and it probably actually is like the worst balanced one, but I like the Lilac Nebula Galaxy if I get a good forecast unit to start, because it's kind of doomed when you're stuck with like a Soraka, and it's just like, what am I doing? Do I sell this unit for econ even? But no, if you pick up like a Jhin, a Kale, Irelia, early on, those units can usually net you some win streaks until like at least Krugs, if not longer. Obviously, like people will have those forecast units as well, but I'm pretty sure of like first or second place, like every single Lilac Galaxy that I've been in out of like 4 games or something. Just building around that unit, and yeah, players usually tend to build around that one unit, so you won't really be contested that much, I guess, which is a reason why it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to it's a bit of a throwback, and we'll see if there's people still around from back in the day, but we used to have our show called The Goons here on Giant Slayer TV, or I guess Heroes Hearth, where we used to play TFT, and we had a game called Day Ones.
True.
And kind of the Lilac Nebula just kind of reminds me of Day Ones, where you had to keep your unit in the entire time and build around it, and it does seem like that you're kind of incentivized to do that in the Lilac Nebula, and which it's also my favorite galaxy as well, just because I like to see kind of the diversity and strategies that can come from it, and just the early power I think is super cool.
Yeah, definitely early powered, not something you usually will get. There was a time, I believe, in set 1, I think it was, where off the item drops at the beginning of these 3 neutral rounds, you could get a 4-cost unit, but everyone complained about that, so they ended up taking it out, which is probably the right call. But I guess if everyone gets a 4-cost, then it's balanced at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah. Taking a look at Mistax's board here, has a tier 2 Malphite and a couple of Vanguards in the front line there. And everyone started the game with the Chain Vest. I wonder if anyone will actually try to go Protectors here. I've seen some people go Protectors. And if you get a vest, it's a pretty good way to start it off.
Yeah. Now, the Nicoverse, of course, it seems like the obvious strategy is going to be go for a fast 8, try and get a 5-cost unit, get it to tier 2, or just, your Jhin or one of these 4-cost units. Are there any interesting strategies you've seen pop out, or could theory craft on the Nikos that using them on an earlier unit? I don't think you'd use it on 1 or 2 costs. That seems too wasteful. But using it on an early unit to win streak, has anyone even been trying to do things like that? Or is it more so just kind of play slow, play for that late game, look for those 4 costs and 5 costs Nikos?
Yeah, I've pretty much always seen people use them on 4 costs. There might be some people use them on 5 costs, maybe like an MF or Echo or something. Cybernetics is a very popular composition, arguably the strongest composition right now. And you can, if you win streak early, which you usually can with Cybernetics, then you can use them on your Irelia or your Echo, just whichever one that you haven't really found yet. A lot of the 5 costs, actually almost every single 5 cost besides Thresh was nerfed.
Yeah.
So GP, a lot less value, Aurelion Soul, less value. MF even still, but MF's still good. Echo's still good, I think. They still definitely have their places in the meta. But yeah, it's usually going to be 4 costs, I believe. Like, there's a bunch of strong units. Irelia, Kale, Jinx, Jhin. Probably not like Wukong or Raka. But yeah, units like that, you would definitely spend it on.
Yeah, the GP nerf was definitely heavy-handed. It was a needed nerf, certainly. GP was basically, we joked that it was essentially you'd hit that tier 2 GP and it almost didn't matter the comp, you just would start winning.
Yeah. Even tier 1 GP was
even tier 1 GP. So the nerf was very heavy. Seeing a lot less representation from GP. Still seeing him though, of course. Still a strong unit, but of course a lot less than we were previously, and a lot more of the Jhin composition. Darkstar kind of the hot right now.
Yeah, definitely Darkstar or Vanguard Jhin. Actually, I feel like Vanguard Jhin is like usually what you would opt to go for in this meta, because there are so many other people going for attack damage comps, and Vanguards are super good frontline against that. So enemy Jhin will have to spend, a bunch of time hitting your frontline while your Jhin's kind of just like popping off, killing all of their Dark Stars. Of course, doing that will ramp up their Jhin, but usually it's a bit more value for the Vanguard side there. Unless you run into, say, like a Void comp Vel'Koz, those will rip through your Vanguards for sure. People are starting to do that a bit more.
True, a unit that widely considered a joke pre-patch. Yeah. Definitely seemed pretty awful. I think you were pretty vocal on the last Fight Night about how much you hated.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely did.
But now, of course, you know, people have figured it out a bit more. I think you were mentioning something about Blitzcrank positioning was important.
Yeah, how to explain it? Okay, so basically, Vel'Koz is very prone to troll his ultimate and start his ultimate hitting basically nobody, and it maybe only hits like a third or half the team, if that. But if you position Blitzcrank in the top right of your board and Vel'Koz directly behind it, to the right hand side, then Blitzcrank will hook a unit. Vel'Koz start attacking that, and it'll make his ultimate start off already hitting the team, so it's super valuable, and it can also hit the back line because Vel'Koz ulti has a range to it. But if you have him in the second row behind Blitzcrank, it'll hit basically the whole entire back line along with the front line. So I forget exactly who really discovered that one, but someone told me the other day, and I was like, oh, that actually makes him like pretty good, I guess. I'll try it out. And yeah, no, I do like it a lot at this point, knowing that. So a viable option that I think we'll probably see some of here tonight with this Void Vel'Koz composition. Probably with Brawlers, but I have seen some people try to run it with mech pilots. Of course, that version doesn't run the Blitzcrank, but maybe it's viable. Haven't seen too much of it, though.
Yeah, I mean, we're taking a look here at Emilywyng's board, and she is running that Cybernetics early game that we've talked so much about being incredibly strong. Even on the previous patch, it was a great early game. A lot of times people would transition out of it later on. Now that's less necessary, at least in some cases. You can just stay Cybernetics the whole game. It's a very strong call.
Yeah, definitely. I even slammed the red buff here, so really a commitment there, because that definitely wants to be on a Lucian. We see one from HiddenDino there on the opposite side of the board. Red buffed up. I think the Poppy will be able to take this one down.
Run down by the Poppy.
Yeah, Lucian trying to kite for your life, but it's just not enough.
This is hammer diplomacy coming from the Poppy.
Yeah.
Take down the Lucian there. Emilywyng gonna take that round. We do have a couple people still at 100 HP. MismatchedSocks and Inay, the top two from last week, gonna be top two of this lobby so far. But of course, just the early game here. It looks like some space pirates for Socks, and he get to lose, so he's probably making a little bit of econ unless this just came in.
No, I believe so. I mean, that's like 6 graves already, so probably has been econing a bit up already so far. Has a pair of Darius's already.
You wanted.
Yeah.
He's not going to.
Oh, it's not another one. He could have it.
Yeah, he could. I don't think he's going to, but he certainly could.
I actually didn't even see the graves on the bench. Well, one of these players will lose their win streak. I know that's probably Socks.
It looks like Socks, yeah. Socks is definitely going to lose it here.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Looks like a couple Cybernetics. Brawlers. Wait, I'm not sure exactly what he has. He's got a couple T2s to 6. I missed the other units there at the start. Okay, Cybernetics and Blasters are the synergies he's got. All right.
Yeah.
So Cybernetics, of course, incredibly strong early game. Probably going to beat out the Space Pirates on average.
Definitely. Space Pirates there to make money. And I mean, it's pretty good. You have Blasters with the Graves and the Lucian. Lucian has red buff already slammed on him, so it's going to be super good in the early game damage. Red buff did get a slight nerf along with Merlo's, but still, I believe it does like 27% of target's health over the duration, so still very good. And it's not really like a huge commitment to Cybernetics. It could also be a Brawler Blaster kind of game. I think that comp is pretty good again in this meta, this new patch. So some options for slamming a red buff there. Even one could go Rebels. I actually have seen Rebels still win games, but you do stack Jinx. Like, you don't stack Aurelion Soul anymore at all. It's basically just a Jinx carry with 2 Blaster. But yeah, so some options there for that red buff.
Okay, and we see Socks decides to sell off the Graves. He's not going to be going for the tier 3. I think he was probably just holding on to it because if he randomly fell into it, might as well take it, kind of commit to the Space Pirates for a little bit longer and just look for winning rounds alongside getting that gold, but not something he's going to sacrifice econ for at any point in the game.
Yeah, probably not. Looking at Inay's board here, or Inay's scouting, but yeah, Inay already leveled up to level 6 on round 3-1, so really wants to protect that win streak. we'll probably, we'll sell that Graves off so that if Inay wins, we'll make 30 gold and then 40 the subsequent round. So really, really good start in terms of economy here for Inay. Can go basically whatever direction that he wants to. Has a couple of bows. That's great for a Kale carry, having RFC, but also, I mean, Ionic's a really flexible item. Gonna be able to basically just go whatever he hits. It might be Cybernetics, already has a bunch of those. Facing up against Souless here, but Souless is not strong enough, so yeah, Inay will continue that win streak.
Yeah, I mean, his comp looking very strong. 3 Cybernetic, 2 Vanguard, 2 Brawlers. Just incredibly beefy. Just very tanky in the early game. Cybernetics also giving additional damage, but it does give that HP, and just in general, a very tanky composition. Has that Ionic Spark to help with some of that damage as well as the Tier 2 Ziggs. So just being able to win these rounds early on, hasn't lost yet, and going to be looking to see what he transitions to, whether he stays with Cybernetics or, like you said, he's got versatile items. Could go a couple different directions, but Souless, 4 Vanguard, 2 Space Pirate.
Yeah, trying to farm up some money as well while being super tanky at that. Gonna have that, 4 Vanguards here going up against HiddenDino with the Tier 2 Lucian in the back.
Yeah, it's got that red buff as well. Jay's kind of crushing the front line, though, which does pretty much set up for these Vanguards to slowly run down this Lucian. He's the last one left. Gonna get dunked down by that Darius a little bit, kiting it out, but I think these are just gonna be a little bit too tanky. The Lucian, valiant effort, though, gonna take down another unit, but I don't think he'll be able to kite the Poppy long enough.
Lucian risked Poppy.
Pretty nuts. I mean, the Lucian did kind of like 1v5 there and took it down to 1. It didn't look like he was ever gonna win that, but took down quite a few units. Of course, in set 3, it matters less about clearing the board. It more so matters about winning the round. So, and of course, every HP point can matter, but at the end of the day, it isn't as big of a deal. But
yeah, most of that damage has been shifted to a little legend damage or just the stage damage. It ramps up over the course of the game, but it really starts getting impactful around stage 5, where it's base 10 damage. Then around 6, it's base 15 damage. So players want to preserve their HP so they don't just randomly die in one shot in those rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mistax, of course, on 58 HP. So already quite low on 3-3.
Yeah, comfortable. I feel like when we see Mistax here before, he is comfortable with like lose streaking early and trying to make that econ to ramp up over the rest of the game. Has a lot of items on the bench here too. I mean, generally, I kind of just, at least in this patch, this meta, love just like slamming items and playing what I hit that the items are decent for. But Mistax taking the opposite approach, and I mean, gets first pick on Carousel, and there's going to be a bow Kale. Probably will either take that or the Vel'Koz. No, it does take the Kale bow. I think Kale's one of the strongest 4-cost units right now, so probably one of the strongest carries into the late game in this current meta. So Mistax definitely happy to pick that one up.
Yeah, we'll see if that represents a shift for Mistax either now or very soon, where he plays that and starts slamming items.
I assume it'll be now, since he grabbed
he has
that.
dropped quite low, and picking it up now, I agree with you. He does have a lot of items on the bench, so looking to start trying to win streak at this point does seem pretty good.
I'm curious what Mistax will do with this Kale, and I'm also curious what Emilyywng will do with that Vel'Koz, if she will actually go for that Vel'Koz sort of build. I know she picked that up from the carousel, but maybe just wanted the tier. RFC made, I think that's a very important item on the Kale. Opts for a QSS as well, not something that everyone prioritizes, but still a solid unit nonetheless. Just getting where the Emily did sell the Vel'Koz, so we're not going to see Void Brawlers or any Void Vel'Kozes there. Unfortunate, but so it goes. A 4-cost tier is not bad.
Yeah, we'll see. I feel like we'll get to see it at least one time tonight from somebody.
Yeah, I believe so.
It's like a less popular comp right now, but it is still something that is quite good, and it's very likely that we will see it.
Yeah, Kale trying to pop off already. Ooh, killed the Kha'Zix.
Maybe. Nah,
it's close.
Lucian's still gonna be able to do a little too much there, but Mistax still has the opportunity to make it a 2-star Kale if he wanted to. What overall composition do you think he's going to look to support this Kale?
Okay, I've seen some variants of Kale, but I think the best variant of Kale is actually, what is it? It's like 4 Chrono, 3 Blade Master, Valkyrie, Actually, I forget the exact iteration.
He's kind of on his way to that though. If you're looking at what he's got right now,
because you can do it a couple different ways. Some variants don't run. What was it? Some variants don't run Blade Master, but I personally do like Blade Master. I think it's pretty important for Kale. But either way, it's probably going to be along the veins of something like that here. Q assisted work, but not enough.
Going up against Inay, it's still incredibly strong. He had finally lost a game, but his composition's still looking pretty solid right now. And he is econing quite well. Socks and Finaldf on pretty big win streaks right now as well. A lot of HP over there on those boards.
Finaldf made an A too. It makes me think that he's going for Infiltrator Mechs, perhaps. Checking back in with Emily. She's one away from 6 cybernetics. Just needs that.
Found the Aurelia.
The Echo. Yeah. Early with an IE. Definitely like super good item on the Aurelia. Best in slot there for sure. Just needs to go 8. Probably will on round 4-3. Depending on if she thinks she's strong enough to keep win streaking regardless. What items she pick up here? Ooh, a lot of gold. A lot of gold actually. Only got 1 bow. Hits the Vi too. Solid. The tier is kind of trapped on the Vi, but that's not too bad. Tier isn't a super important item, I don't think. That's tier 2 GP that Inay rolled there.
Do you think he used his Nikos for that?
Yeah, I believe so. There's no way he rolled 3 GPs on 7.
Well, we would hope not.
I mean, there's a way. There's a way. Right?
We've seen some crazy stuff, but it's like I agree with you. It's very likely that was Nikos.
Yeah.
So Inay, I guess, just looking to keep win streaking right now, thinks the GP is a strong enough unit, which it's still. I mean, this early of a GP2 is going to help win rounds for sure.
I am really curious though. I do want to. Okay, Inay. Yeah, we saw on the right hand side he did win streak here. We see Emily is also winning this round versus Mistax as well. Mistax falls lower and lower, keeping the Nikos for so long. But yeah, I am curious on watching Inay's fights. Just seeing how much this GP actually does here. Inay has a lot of money. Maybe he's going to transition into cybernetics. I don't know. A lot of stuff on the bench here. There's a lot of options. There's a Cho'Gath even there as well. There's a Kale. There's a Jace pair.
Like, why do I even need anything? I just have GP2.
Yeah,
everything frontline.
He's going with the Highlander synergy, you know, like a little bit of everything. Cybernetic, Vanguard, Brawler, Chrono, Space Pirate.
Up against Socks here.
Yeah, the GP is hit by a Mana Reaver. See if he actually goes off. He actually doesn't.
Ulti.
Yeah, the Mana Reaver making a very big difference here. And yeah, I mean, that will win the round for Socks, I think. Well, yeah, I mean, I think so. I think that was like the big difference maker. I think if that GP ult goes off fast enough, it might kill some units and keep Inay alive. He's gonna go to 8.
7 Echo roll there, goes to 8 and continues to roll a little bit. No, we'll just kind of sit here. Makes the RFC Kale. I do like that play. Has 3 Blade Masters in with it as well. So yeah, a bunch of synergies here. What, 6 synergies or 7? I guess, counting the mercenary.
Yeah, if we count mercenary.
All right, we see Emily here. Yeah, rolled that Echo, and I think double Nikos to.
Yeah, looks like it. I mean, her Nikos are gone. There's a tier 2 Echo in. I think it's a pretty safe bet that those were used there. And I mean, she's gonna kind of dunk Inay's comp here. That GP ult comes down, but you can see the nerf in action. I mean, pre-patch, that would have wiped all of those units that got hit. Emily still would have won the round, but
at least most of them.
Yeah. So it does look like that nerf hurting quite a bit for Inay here. Looking like maybe the Nikos on the GP not paying off how Inay would have wanted. I know you mentioned that using the Nikos on the 5 costs doesn't feel as good, and I mean Echo may be an exception, but I mean you look at this GP and yeah, it doesn't seem that it seems a bit underwhelming, I think is the words I'm looking for here. It does seem a bit underwhelming.
I think probably the only 5 costs I would consider Nicoing in this patch, I think, is Echo and MF. I don't think it's worth it on GP. as we kind of saw from Inay's board. It just keeps on losing. And I think MF is like solid and fits in a lot of compositions, enables Valkyrie with Kale, enables Blaster as well. And if she gets her ulti off, I mean, it still just, you know, does a bunch of damage. Nature's here rolling it down. Trying to find Shaco 3, I suppose, is gonna bloodthirst for that. Just needs 2 more Shakos, but I don't know if it'll be enough here.
I feel like I really don't like still holding on to these Nikos when you're at 7 HP.
Yeah. Is he gonna die with double Nico on the bench?
I think he is. It looks like
Can this
is this 6 Blade Master from Mistax?
Wait, is it? Is he insane? I think it is.
I think
Also,
it's
Shaco
6.
might 1v9.
It's
oh
possible.
no, the Shen dodge.
Can he get the big heal from the
No.
Bloodthirster? No, it's not enough. And Nature's is gonna die with double Nikos on the bench. And Mistax is win streaking with 6 Blade Master right now. The absolute madman.
Jeez. Oh man. Saving the Nikos for next game, I guess.
Yeah,
Nature's there, unfortunately. I mean, he started off last Fight Night with a pretty rough game 1 as well. I think he got like 7th in game 1 or something like that. But hopefully he'll ramp up over the course of tonight. And yeah, Mistax's 6 Blade Master, which actually here on Giant Slayer TV, there was a talk show. It was yesterday, I believe, with Khroen, Travis, and Becca and Delicious Milk. And they made a tier list, and the only thing at the bottom tier was Blade Master synergy, I believe, from that tier list. And yeah, I probably agree with it. I don't think 6 PM is good. It might win Referons here, but I don't really think it's gonna have too much longevity. I mean, it's winning rounds. Yeah, he's still
looking for tier 3 Blade Masters. If you look at his bench right now, that's what he's rolling down for.
Like hyper rolling for Yasuo, Shen, Yi. I don't think I've ever seen this strat yet in this patch, or even in set 3 in general, but hey, prove me wrong, Mistax.
One thing we know about it is it will never be contested.
True. I mean, some of them will be contested, but not the whole comp as a unit there. Man, we see Socks still win streaking, 86 HP, has a Thresh too, has a Kale too. It's just such a strong comp, it looks like. But last chance for people to get some items here. Is that a spat? Nope, it's 10 gold. Bunch of gold there for Mistax, which he will probably roll down. Okay, another tier as well.
Yeah, I mean, he still has these Nikos as well, so either to look for tier 3s, he could have the tier 3 Yi right now, or he's looking for the tier 2 Kale.
Definitely looking for a tier 2 Kale, but okay, 1 away from the Yi. 9 seconds left to continue rolling. I don't know. I'm scared. Okay, Nico's.
He does 1 on the.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting.
Deciding tier 3 Yi is the carry.
Yeah. Does he like shiv that or something? No. Don't know what he's going to use these items for, but decides to just think about it for another round.
Yeah,
Probably
going against Emilyywng here, and she's quite strong.
Yeah, that she is. I mean, that tier 2 Echo doing work with those cybernetics. Mistax needs to keep rolling it down here.
Probably going to want to use these items as well.
Yeah.
You could potentially find tier 3 Yasuo.
Hopefully so. I mean, he's close. Buying all the 2 costs out of the shop, looking for it. Spamming that D button. Needs the Shens as well, I suppose. There's none here, though. Triple Vel'Koz roll on 7. Okay, Shivs the Xayah.
Redemption on Shen. Going against Inay, who's on 9 here to Mistax's 7.
Yeah. Oh, that's a ton of damage. But the
MF
Yi, though.
Popping off, but the Yi. Is this set 2? Master Yi.
He's
through the composition.
I'm positive EA is looking at this board like, what the heck? How did I lose that? Level 9 GP2 MF ulti through most of the team. Mistax still rolling.
The ghost of set 2, Master Yi, riffing through the composition.
Man, that's crazy.
Oh, I really wanted him to hit the Shen and the Yasuo just to see, you know?
Yeah, just the strength.
Also, just the tier 2s of like the Aurelia and the Kale could probably be nice as well, but
yeah, I mean, in hindsight, there actually was like a Fiora that Mistax rolled during that roll down after the neutral, so didn't have to spend a Nico on the Kale, could have just played the Fiora and then Nico the Yasuo. But I think that'll be all she wrote here for Mistax going up against Finaldf's mech infiltrators, and man, those are strong.
Yeah, I mean, that's a 3-star Shaco there, as well as I think it was the Kaisa. It was also 3-starred, so I mean, that's very, very strong. Emilyywng, though, in first with this massive win streak right now.
Yeah, she's nuts with that 6 cybernetics. I mean, it's super strong comp, and she's playing it very, very well. Has the Mana Reaver in there as well as the Blaster. Doesn't have Blade Master though, but maybe we'll add that in soon. She already is level 9 actually, so yeah, I'm not sure. Probably gets the Bloodthirster for the Aurelia, I would assume.
It looks like Socks maybe wanted that Bloodthirster. It got taken, and you could just see the body language from his little legend. He looked pretty sad.
Oh man, that's tier 2 Lulu just on the bench, just chilling.
Yeah, BT, tier 2 Aurelia, IE on it as well. And yeah, like you said, tier 2 Lulu on the bench. There's a Thresh in to pull it in.
Super, super good if that happens. I am... Oh, okay, just puts the MF back in. I really think that Blade... I don't know, maybe Blade Master isn't as important for the Aurelia. I don't know, maybe I overvalue it, but I'm just like thinking of like what she could cut for Blade Master, but maybe it's nothing. Besides maybe the Fizz, but it's already a Fizz too, and it gives Echo the Infiltrator buff. He's going to be ulting, or attacking a lot faster, which means he's going to be ulting a lot faster, which is pretty strong. Lulu does get pulled in, Polly's things. I mean...
This bench for a Thresh is so nuts right now, actually. Yeah. It's another Thresh, has a Lulu too, and then also the Echo. I mean, it's all just 5-cost units that are going to be quite strong, especially, I mean, tier 2 Lulu just getting pulled in off the bench. Larger cone available as well.
Yeah,
it depends if she wants to spend the gold.
I think she probably will do that. And yeah, Souless and HiddenDino actually. We saw Emily took out HiddenDino, but Souless fell last round as well. So already we're at our top 4 here. Looking at Finaldf on a win streak, Emily on a win streak, Inay and Socks are not. Socks has fallen a little bit, but maybe we'll stabilize here. And there's a tier 3 Rumble and an Annie here alongside the Kaisa and Shaco.
Yeah, this comp's actually terrifying. Going up against Socks. Socks also has a Thresh, but he doesn't have a lot of stuff on the bench here to pull in. So he's just sitting on full mana. I think Socks probably just needed to like roll down trying to find some stuff, but
yeah, it doesn't have any money, I guess.
The mech's still just alive, and Socks is already going down.
Those are insane items for the mech. Socks loses another round. Inay won versus Inay and Finaldf both won. Inay won versus Emily, I believe it was.
Yes, because Socks we just saw lose to Finaldf. So
You see
Inay actually stopping the win streak from Emily. So Inay is probably looking quite strong. Thresh is being played everywhere here.
Yeah, Thresh a solid unit. Gives
turns out when you nerf all of the other 5 costs and you buff Mana Reaver.
Yeah, I guess he was buffed technically then because the Mana Reaver.
It actually looks pretty good for Thresh as just a unit to throw in.
Oh, definitely. See a static Shiv there. Oh, Aurelia too. That's solid. Rolling a little bit more as well. Larger area for the GP. Definitely wants that one. Does he need these Blitzcranks though? I don't know.
I wonder.
Sells the Shen. Maybe he does want them.
If they're there, I mean, are they there to just be pulled in? But I also feel like that's not the highest impact unit to be pulling in.
It pulls a Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank pulls something. I guess it puts a unit out of position. I don't think it's like the worst, but yeah, Lulu's good as well though. I think positioning this MF in case he fights Finaldf, the infiltrators will jump behind the MF. I think that's a good play here.
And it's going to pay off here as the infiltrators do jump behind. But Kaisa just almost kills her immediately. We do see the shield save her, though, and she gets a full ulti, taking down the mech, at least into GA state. But the Shaco's still up, and there you go. We've opened the, Russian stacking doll, and here comes 3 units popping out, and they're still there. Finaldf, actually, I mean, I feel like he almost looks primed to win. I feel like his comp is so strong right now. Just too many tier 3s at this point, and the items are great already on all these units.
I think this, along with cybernetics, are the strongest two compositions of this patch. I'm not sure which one is stronger at like the prime late game build though. Is it going to be Infiltrator Mech Pilot or is it going to be cybernetics? I guess we'll see soon because I don't think Socks or Inay can hang
here we
on
go.
here,
I mean, Emilyywng versus
yeah.
Finaldf. We'll see if this fight does go in the Mech Pilot favor. I mean, a lot of you stacked there and did get hit by that ultimate from the mech, which maybe some positioning can change for Emily, but also a lot of her units are just melee. So if they do surround that Mech Pilot, like just as we saw there, then Finaldf is certainly going to win.
Yeah, Inay takes out Socks there as well. But we see the strength of Mech Infiltrators here. Finaldf even could go level 9 if he wanted to, and you don't usually see that out of hyper-rolling compositions. But it just shows the strength of him just on an 8 win streak right now. Just has the econ. Really good items for that GP there, though, for Inay's board.
Yeah, there's a Shroud that's going to be maybe used here to slow that GP. It looks like he's watching for the GP specifically and hits it.
There it is.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt a lot for Inay. This is a ghost board though, so Inay won't be dying if he loses this one, but he could be dying losing to Emily on the other side.
Yeah, the GP
Inay versus Emily right now, and it looks like Emily's cybernetics comp is just far too strong for Inay, and he's gonna go down in third. So now it's got Finaldf versus Emily. I mean, this is what you were talking about. This is the Mech Pilot versus the cybernetic. We'll have to see which one can take the win, but so far it really looks like Finaldf has the advantage.
Finaldf definitely going to take that Demolitionist. That makes the mech stun everything as well as whatever unit has Demolitionist. It can't be Kaisa because she is already filled with items. Unfortunately, Hubbard the Kaisa there definitely wanted to do that.
Items.
Oh my god, double IE gloves. That's so much crit there. Holy, that's what, like, it's it'd be
85% he's hovering it right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was just like trying to look into the distance and imagine it, but yeah, 85% crit. That's so much. Basically every auto attack will crit. The Kale has Demolitionist. Does that make every Kale like wave stun? I don't know. Not sure if I've seen that before.
Interested to see. I don't think I've seen that that combination. I guess I'm gonna watch the Kale right now. We're gonna see if those stun at all. It looks like the one did. I don't know if all of them will, but she did die pretty quickly. It does work, however. We do see that, but I think the Shaco just kind of went around one-shotting everything in the fight, and gonna see if maybe he grabs less good items this time. GA is pretty nice.
She is nice, but the tier is pretty inconsequential. I mean, Finaldf can just level here if he wanted to, but I mean, isn't gonna lose. Isn't going to die in one round, rather, even if it somehow loses the fight. So it is just econing to the world where it goes to stage 7. Finaldf repositioning a little bit here. Emily, I believe, rolled double locket on that MF. That's a bit of extra AP there. Isn't really locketing much besides the Kale, though.
Yeah, we'll see if this MF can kind of carry here, but of course the Infiltrators jumping into the back line doesn't give a great line for the MF. She's getting bursted down by the Kaisa, but everything does line up here.
Okay.
The mech will finally go down, but I don't think it's going to matter. It's only the MF. The mech barely goes down. And
yeah, no, that's going to do it.
That's just game. I mean, Finaldf with this Mech Pilot comp, way too many tier 3s for anyone to deal with. And yeah, I mean, a great game from them getting first place here. Emily going to come in second. We do have, rounding it out, Socks and Inay continuing this streak of top 4s. That's 5 games in a row that they have both top 4'd.
Ooh, they're trying to contest Fluffy's top 4 right here.
Yeah.
You know, getting him back a couple of times, see if they can keep up this consistency. But very well played to these top 4 here. Finaldf, you know, with that Mech Infiltrator composition, Emily with the cybernetics, and then Inay and Socks. We have the rest of the lobby. Nature is a bit of a disappointing game number 1, but we saw Nature's bottom 4 the first game last week and continue to top 4 the rest to get into that 3rd place. Do you have any predictions? You know, anything that we'll see some of these players, you know, in terms of their placements here? Or is it too early to tell?
You know, Inay and Socks have on set 3 made it clear that they don't place below top 4.
True.
And it's a very bold prediction, but I'm gonna say they're gonna stick with their records here, and they're gonna stay top fouring at least 2 out of the 3 of the remaining games.
All right, so 3 out of 4 total, kind of that
Both of them will 3 of 4. Both of them will 3 of
yeah.
4 the top 4s.
Okay, at least 3 of 4.
At least 3. I wouldn't be surprised if they 4 of 4, but I'm not going to say they're going to 4 of 4. I think this lobby is like too strong to be like, hey, they're well. I could have said that about last week's lobby as well, and they did 4 of 4. But I will say I will go to, they will both 3 of 4 top 4s, both Inay and MismatchedSocks, and we'll see how they do in the second game. I mean, we'll see if they can continue it already, keep the streak up to 6 top 4s in a row on Fight Night. Because that in itself would be rather impressive.
That it would be. Saw 4 players going for that sword there, and HiddenDino comes up with it at the end. No Galaxy this time around. We're going to be on the normal Poverty Galaxy, as we've dubbed it. Everyone says no gold, nothing else going for him.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the Galaxy. No gold, nothing going for you.
Yeah.
The Poverty Galaxy. Oh boy, it's a rough one.
It is indeed.
It's a tough Galaxy. It's hard out here in this galaxy.
For sure. Tune into Emilywyng's perspective here. Emily, new competitor to Fight Night, did pretty well for herself in the first game, getting second place with Cybernetics. I think she played Cybernetics very, very well. Rolled into some of them, but the transitions were clean. Early game was clean. You know, it's not too much you can do versus that the Cybernetics versus the Mech Infiltrators, which end up losing to, but still not a bad performance for game number 1.
No, not at all. I mean, Finaldf taking first in that game as well. We've seen him on Fight Night a couple times, and I think he generally does quite well. Like, generally, in that kind of top 4, top 5 in the placement overall. And I think he has top 4 multiple times. I'll have to check the stats during the break, kind of see where Finaldf has stacked up. But I know he's been a pretty consistent Fight Night performer. And once again, you know, getting a first place in his first game. But yeah, I am excited to see Emily perform throughout the rest of the night. Second in the first game. This is her first time on Fight Night. HiddenDino even got 5th, almost top 4'd that one. So we'll see if he can also step it up throughout the rest of the night and kind of slowly, incrementally increase those placements as we go on throughout. But Space Pirates early on for Emily, if she can find a couple extra gold, you know, every gold counts in the Poverty Galaxy. We're looking for every little scrap we can get.
Oh, there's some gold in the form of 2 gold there. So we got a total, I believe, of 4 gold and 2 extra items here for Emily in the start. Does she jam any items though here? That's the question. Honestly, with the Shiv buff and the new interactions with some units with Shiv, like Echo will proc Shiv during his ultimate, striking everybody. Lucian will proc Shiv during his spell, both of the attacks there. I kind of like it. Not sure if that's the direction that she's going to be going here, though. Might just save these items on the bench for now.
Yeah, I wonder if there's any consideration to putting something on one of the Space Pirates just to try and secure some kills, get some extra gold.
Yeah, looked like she did that.
Of course, that's what. Yeah, it looked like at least a bow went onto the grave. Yeah. So we'll see if anything more did. But Mistax open forwarding.
Yeah, Mistax open forwarding. Not even the medium Legends Galaxy with more HP, but he's still confident to be able to do that. Talked about it last game a little bit too. Mistax being a player that does favor early loss streaks, and didn't really work out for Mistax last game. He did get a 7th in the 6 Blade Masters. I'm not sure was really the composition to pivot into there, but. See what he pivots into this game. That's already a tier 2 blitzcrank for HiddenDino. I mean, that's super strong right now.
Yeah, that's what we like to see. Socks also with the tier 2 blitzcrank. Just picked up on the side.
Oh, really? Wow, wait, that's insane, actually. 2 players getting tier 2 blitz. Didn't see that one. Man, yeah, we see that right there as well with the Morellos. I believe it's on the Graves, but yeah. HiddenDino has a lot of gold start here. It has 2 swords, and the rest of the drops were gold.
Yeah, that's true. Quite the bench, can sell it away, make some gold. Can he make gold this round? I think he can if he sells the whole bench 2-4.
Yeah, and it can keep a couple units, but yeah, if he sells everything on the right hand or left hand side, it'd be 8. Wins the round, it'd be 9. Could sell 1 Fiora maybe and still have option for Cybernetics and have 10 gold. He'll probably just keep the stuff here though. Want to go for some more tier 2 units. Ooh, the Blitzcrank. Not enough though. Saves
Yeah,
1 point of damage.
His tier 2 blitz
Yeah.
wasn't strong enough to face the other tier 2 blitz, so
No.
fortunately gonna fall to Socks there.
Actually, 2 swords start here with these infiltrators, and like the keeping the Kaisa makes me think HiddenDino might want to go into a mech pilot infiltrator. There is an Annie in the shop, and I think that'll really dictate whether he is going for that or not.
Finaldf had a Shaco in already.
Yeah, I think Finaldf's like, hey, that comp was real freaking strong. I want to do that one again.
Yeah, and he already found one of the Shakos, so that's pretty nice for him early on. We do have a tier 2 Zaya here with the IE. See if it can win this round here, but the Kozak's going to get in the back line for HiddenDino, going to take her down.
Yeah.
There's the Zig still alive. I don't know, this Malphite's probably just far too tanky. We'll have to see. Malphite doesn't really do any damage. So.
Yeah, not really. 58 per slap. Oh, 88 on that crit. Is he going to crit some more? Uh-oh.
He hovered over the BF sword. Considered putting it in for the win, but no, Zig's actually round. Oh, I saw HiddenDino. He saw it coming. He's like, oh my god, I'm actually gonna lose this. Hovers the BF. Like, is there a world? Do I ever put this in?
Oh man. Did not opt for that one though.
I think I know what we're gonna play.
Grabs the bow here, so maybe gonna be making a giant slayer, maybe saving it for something else. It's 3 cost though. No doubt why he grabbed that one, and as well as it being an item that he wanted. There's a Shen 2 in front there. A lot of people have early tier 2 2-cost units. Don't usually see that many with the 2 Blitzcranks and the Shen there.
Yeah, no, not at all. It does seem like it's like a high roll, but also not a very consequential high roll.
Yeah,
it's not like it's going to be your late game comp is going to mean too much with Shen and Blitzcrank too. They can be in certain comps, but generally not together, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could play 4 Chronos with actually the Kale comp that I was talking about a little bit earlier.
That would, yeah.
Can run both of those. I think it generally runs either one or the other. But I think it's actually fine for them to run both. Maybe some of these players will look for that. I mean, someone's definitely gonna be playing Kale this game. It's just a matter of who finds it.
Yeah, certainly.
Souless here with the 2/2 Ari with those items.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she kind of works as a good item carrier right now. I mean,
yeah.
There we go. Like,
was
able to win the round, does a lot with those Orbs of Deception. Probably not called Orbs of Deception in Galaxies, but that's what it's called on the Rift, so.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it's called here. Haven't quite looked at it, but
I know they all have different names, and I've tried so hard to learn them, but
it's a lot.
See one thing, and I know most of them from League, and then you got, well, it's tough, but we'll get there.
Get there indeed. Inay still at 100, and hey, this is a pretty good comp to do it with here. Making a Runans and an Eye.
Do you see this?
Yeah, I see
this on the screen.
It is so funny, actually. On his stream, we'll just have random text at the top of just, how he feels, and yeah, I wonder what it says before the something else sucks.
No cam, no mic. Wi-Fi sucks, GP sucks, I am tilt. Wise words from Inay here, as he's still at 100 HP. Him and Socks on win streaks once again, but it does look like Inay is going to end Socks' win streak.
Yeah, both these players just seem to have such a good understanding of how to play this early game here in this patch. We consistently see both of them at the top, maybe with like 1 or 2 other players, but it's pretty much one or the other being, having that win streak going into Krugs. And, we see that here with Inay. 5 win streak, has 30 gold, level 5. Like, this is an insane start for Inay, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And even though GP sucks, he was still able to top 4 last game, gets 3rd place. I wonder if he had held those Nikos for something else, if he could have placed even higher. But
I don't know actually, because Mech Infiltrator is super strong, and so is Cybernetics. Like, what is he going to double Nico that would contest it? Unless it's like a Cybernetic comp of his own, maybe he could have gone into.
Yeah, he did hit that Echo on 7 as well. Eventually.
Yeah, he did. He did actually. So that's good point there.
But I mean, I don't think you bank on hitting Echo on 7 after you've hit GP on 7. Yeah. So I think I don't really blame Inay for you know, double Nicoing the GP he got on 7, that seems like a reasonable play to make.
Yeah, no, it does. I agree with that. I mean, he thought the unit was decent enough, but turns
He was
out
wrong.
he was wrong.
Dead wrong.
Oh man, but the items that he made though, Inay does have an Affinity Edge and a Rune Hands, which basically screams Jhin. Jhin is the only unit to utilize both of those items extremely well. Like maybe you can make an argument for Jinx, but it's probably going to be a Jhin here, assuming that he's not contested. I know I was watching Inay's stream the other day actually, and Inay was going for Jhin, but was pretty salty at the fact that like randomly there was like 4 players contesting Jhin the one time he goes for it. So maybe he'll have that in the back of his mind, being like, I don't know if I go Jhin, I might just get griefed by other players and not be able to find the tier 2 version of it. Ooh, double Kale roll from Souless here. That's an instant sell on the Ari.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh man,
He's
the
like,
level
Ari,
5 double
done your
Kale.
job.
That's so insane, actually. Like, those are such good items. Even like Marlowe's is a solid item. I know a lot of people like it. I'm not like the biggest fan of it, but it is very functional. But yeah, Rageblade as well. I think is a really good item on the MF or on the Kale, sorry, as well. So yeah, I mean, this is looking pretty good for Souless here. He's still win streaking. 4
Throws the
wins
Space
right now.
Pirates too. Gonna try and make some gold here. I wonder if he thinks that he's probably losing his win streak pretty soon. I wonder if this board is like necessarily a lot stronger than his previous board. I think
the Kale is strong. Kale is stronger than the Ari, so I would say overall it is a stronger board. He'll probably win this board here. The Lucian takes too long to get through the 4 Vanguard buffed Vanguards.
Yeah, it was interesting to see the IE go onto the Graves, I believe is where that went.
Yeah, just wanted the item holder, I guess. Didn't want to put any of the Vanguards nor the Kale, which is...
Yeah, he's trying to... Ooh. I mean, it makes sense on a Space Pirate because you want to try and get them to get any kills. You're really hoping that they'll find anything, but maybe thinking the Jace will stay in longer than the Graves will, because I believe it's Vanguard as well, so...
Yeah, Jace is Vanguard, and finds the Jace 2 and the Mord 2 there, so I think that's going to be pretty good for Souless to keep on win streaking into the mid game, and honestly, if not the late game, if he finds that tier 2 Kale.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a good chance to find it at least fairly soon. He only needs 1. No one else, I believe, has them yet, at least that we have seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen any. There might be a chance that one player might have one, but yeah, not that many are gone.
Oh, Vi gonna get into the back line, but Jace with the goal keep gonna go save the Kale for a little bit longer.
Oh,
this might be the round going over to no. Naturesbf gonna go down. Jace gonna be able to do just enough.
Farming some money as well there. That was like 3 or 4 gold picked up over the course of that round from those pirates. Super good.
The Jace is just like a big carry for that because he's such a strong unit, has the Vanguard synergy as well. And you know, it's tier 2. I mean, has that to the skies, does an insane amount of damage on tier 2.
Yeah, tier 2 Jace at this point of the game is super strong. It won't usually lose rounds, assuming it has, you know, a decent composition behind it, and of course it does with that Kale and the 4 Vanguards supplementing damage and supporting the armor there. Souless takes the rod away from Inay. Inay wanted that one. How long can Inay and Souless keep win streaking before they run into each other, though? Wukong goes in over the
I
pump.
wonder. It's probably fairly soon they run into each other.
Yeah. Let's take out the Graves now. Is Graves done its work?
Yeah, I guess the Chrono gonna try and go for the win streak now. Try and make a stronger composition instead of looking for just the gold.
Yeah. What does this IE go on though? Like with the Kale comp, you don't actually really want IE ever. I don't think there's really anything that utilizes that very well. It could be like okay on Kale, I guess, but probably doesn't want it.
Souless has time to find a more optimal item. What would your ideal on Kale be though? If you could have like any 3 items, what is like the most optimal you would say?
I've been liking a lot of RFC plus Rageblade plus GA. I think like if I got to just like, you know, pick out of a hat 3 items and slap them on a Kale too, I think those would probably be the ones.
Yeah, I mean, of course, there could be games where you want a QSS or a Dragon Claw or something like that, but in general, it's going to be like those 3 that if you just at any given time could choose. And GA, I think, that's interesting. I wonder if that will be Mistax. Mistax. Mistax, why do you have 6 Blade Masters in? Mistax, what are you doing?
I remember earlier I was like, oh yeah, he probably won't pivot into that same thing, but we'll see what he pivots into. He, lo and behold, you know, he has pivoted into 6 Blade Masters
You know,
again.
we know Mistax as a big memer. This is something that is common knowledge. Mistax, I wonder if he's like, I'm just gonna force Blade Masters every game and see how high I can place. And
Well, not very high. It's looking he's on a 10.
No,
I think he's lost every
no.
single round this game.
nope, not looking like very high is gonna be the placement at all. And yeah, 10 loss streak. He's
3
transitioned
weeks.
into his comp. Can he find these T3s quick enough? Probably not. Not even really that close.
Didn't even have 2-2 Yasuo, and it was 2 item.
And he's on 28 HP on round 3-7.
I don't know if this is the play here, Mistax.
These are like past PIBA numbers of low HP.
Actually. But the difference is Mistax is not close to tier 3s and is not going fast 8. There's a spat which does nothing.
You can maybe make a Blade Master eventually.
You know, screw it. Let's go 9 Blade Masters, even though that's not even a synergy that's in the game yet. Oh man.
It's the hidden synergy, you know. If you go 9 Blade Master, you get you actually win the game. You get 9 Blade Masters just immediately. Game over.
That it's like, you know, it's like what's it called? Fiora from like Runeterra kind of effect.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Just win the game at a certain point. Not sure that's a mechanic in TFT though, but
oh
okay,
god,
the rods are okay on the kill. Rods are okay on the kill. Making death cap there. Go up against Socks here, and Socks has gone for a Jhin.
Yeah.
Ooh, Yasuo one-shots it though.
Is Socks gonna lose to the Blade Masters? I think he is. I think he's gonna lose.
Round. Oh yeah. That's the round 1 for Mistax.
The comeback.
The comeback kid. He's doing it. Another kill.
He's in it.
You kill. Roll. Aurelia. Solid.
Okay. Gets to take out the Fioras.
Yeah, sells that one. Fiora with just no cybernetics, no mana reavers, no items. Just sad looking Aurelia.
Oh god.
It's a sad looking Aurelia.
What do you think he's doing here? Is he gonna level at some?
I think he's doing probably going fast 8th. That's what he's doing.
Fast 8th. Yep, fast 8th. Pretty good strat here.
I don't know. Maybe he'll hit a spike when he hits like one of these tier 3s. It'll maybe get him to like
Natures, who has a TF carry.
Yeah, where to go? Yasuo, not bad. Hit the tier 2, and it's doing work for now. It's kind of reminiscent of the Yasuo in set 2. You would stack that one, get it to tier 3, and it would, you know, start one-shotting things, and it's doing that at least right now in this mid-game, start of the late game here on 4-3, which we do see people leveling up to level 8 on the side there. It's tier 3 Xayah. Doesn't have any items though.
No items.
Yeah.
Mistax just doesn't have a lot of items in general.
Yeah.
But it's only 4-3. Like it seems like it should be late game. He's on 28 HP. But it's not. It's not at all.
No.
Cybernetics again from Emily.
Yeah, she rolled down and did not hit an Echo. Hit a Thresh though, which is solid. Only has one Aurelia. Yeah, his Mana Reaver, has Chronos, his Blasters.
Runs into Mistax.
Yeah.
Yeah, gonna beat the Blade Master. Surprisingly enough.
Surprisingly enough. Ooh, Gunblade Kill. That slaps. I think Gunblade Kill is like kind of like decent actually, low key. I don't know. It's awkward to fit that into an item slot oftentimes, but if you have it and don't have any other items, I think Gunblade's a really good choice. GP and Aurelian Soul. Now last patch has been like a dream carousel for 2 players with the GP and Aurelian, but people are probably ignoring them now.
So Fawn?
Okay, yeah, he's gonna go Fawn. He's gonna put in the Kassadin actually, because Kassadin gives Mana Reaver and Celestial with the Xayah there as well.
Okay.
So not
huge synergies.
Huge synergies.
Massive synergies here.
Oh man. What is this? I don't know if it'll matter, but We can believe he's so far away from tier 3s. Like these roles have just not been. Oh, I guess he has Zaya, but again, Zaya does not have any items. Bam.
Huge synergies right now.
There it goes. Okay. These are
Okay.
all. He needs to like roll in like all his gold now. Honestly, like if you need to find stuff here, bud.
Okay.
Honestly, I would just sell that E.
Okay.
I would sell the E, put the IE on the Yasuo. Like, I guess he's one away from E3 though. Oh well, there.
There
yeah.
it is. He needs the Yasuo 3 though. That's like the important one
Super
right
important.
now.
Maybe he's gonna sell the Yasuo, put the items in the E. Who knows? That's a really strong kill there by I believe it's Souless. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it does
Go
die.
down. The Ye's still full health. Wait,
Wow,
he's gonna
win the
actually end
round.
Souless's win streak. The question mark thing. He ends Souless's win streak with the Blade Masters. The roll down.
It's actually just like griefing people's win streaks. Like I don't think there's a way Mistax gets top 4. Like I would actually love to be wrong. I'd love to see Mistax get top 4 here, but I think he's probably like, griefing people's win streaks and going like 7th or 6th or something like that.
There's like a world where Mistax plays Blade Masters every game and still scores more points than Souless's record of losing. It's like
You're
a world
not
where-
wrong. That's actually so funny.
It's actually so toxic too. I'm sorry, but like it's so funny that he's just like he's actually here. I feel like this is a social experiment from Mistax. You know, he's like seeing how well he can do with the worst comp, and like so far, I mean, not good, but we'll see. Like he's gonna lose to Inay here. He's gonna drop really, really low. I mean, once we get to 5-1, I mean.
Yeah, he dies. Any
Yeah,
round he loses from here on out, he dies. There's no world where he can survive. He would have won that round probably if not for the Master Yi getting Blitzcrank hooked. I think. But yeah, looking at Souless here, has 3 Blade Masters, 3 Chrono, 4 Vanguards. Win streak got a little bit griefed by Mistax, but I mean he's looking pretty strong here.
Oh god, yeah, losing that one to Mistax definitely hurts because it's a lot of gold that he could be continually making, but he is in a really like strong position with this.
Yeah,
Kale,
for
he
sure.
found it early, able to find the tier 2, has well nearly what you would have said are perfect items, right? He's on
Yeah, very close. Hell, even
Rapid
some
Fire
people
Cannon,
might say these are perfect. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that was
and then
solid. Doesn't really need the GA. Well, it needs the GA versus the Yasuo that one-shots it, but besides that, might not need the GA.
he's
for a little
actually
bit.
hard countered by this Blade Master composition.
You know, I actually no meme hard countered by Yasuo right now. No meme.
Oh god. But yeah, he's looking pretty good going up against Inay. Inay's got a Kassadin with a lot of items in the front here. Applying that Mana Reaver to quite a few units in the front line. Gonna stop them from ulting potentially. The To the Skies does go off. It is Kale v Kale here, but it is tier 1 versus tier 2, and I think the tier 2 is gonna come out ahead, but it was very close. Inay almost able to win that. That's a really cool tech there of the Kassadin in that front line.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm curious to watch Inay's perspective here, is if his Wi-Fi is not lagging out or something. To see that Kassadin and what work it can do, because you know, I've been pondering. You know, people have been asking like, oh, how do you make Kassadin carry? And my answer has always been, I don't think you make Kassadin carry. I'm not sure it's actually a thing that is really possible, but Inay is trying to do just that. You know, has an insta ulting Kassadin, will start to be proccing that Shojin extra mana gain, will be mana reavering multiple units at once. Hell, he's playing 3 mana reavers. He thinks mana reavers is so good, I suppose. Aurelia, Kassadin, and Thresh all being played here up against Finaldf, who is
oh my god, he's just got it again.
Pretty
Tier 3
good.
Rumble.
Yeah. Oh, Demolitionist is on the Kaisa this time though, so even stronger.
Yeah, even better. Can't even get through this tanky beast of a mech right now. Does have, I think that's the Titan's Resolve on it as well, stacking up to 50 there.
On the mech?
On the mech, yeah. So it's on the Rumble, gets onto the mech. I think a mech does seem like a pretty decent place to have that item if you're gonna have that item.
Oh yeah, no, it's super
Seems like-
good.
yeah.
Takes a bunch of damage. Going for the tier. Oh, actually, it's very far away from tier 3 Annie. Decided to level up and kind of ditch that. Is
Close
going
to the
be
Shakos though.
Yeah, oh, there's the Kaisa. That's huge. Can definitely stop rolling at this point. Probably
He might
sells
just-
that Fizz. Not going for the tier 3, I don't
He
think.
might just win again. I mean, like it's a little early to say, and there's a lot of other good comps, but like he's close to
It's
hitting the tier 3 Shako.
Very possible. Emily has not found the
Oh my
Echo
God.
yet. And yeah, Emily, goodbye.
Yeah, she's just gone. I mean, the
taking out
Kaisa
my
just
Finaldf
destroyed
again.
her comp.
Mm-hmm. Kaisa did most damage in that fight. Yeah, Emily
HiddenDino out as
dying.
well.
Yeah, Mistax did go on.
Yeah, that was old news. You know, Fast 8, he's been out.
And, Emily and then HiddenDino in 6th there. Yeah, unfortunate for Emily. She tried to go for the Cybernetics again, but wasn't able to hit the Echo. That's kind of the risky play you're going for there when going for Cybernetics. Takes the Warmogs.
We could see Inay drop before top 4, but it is looking pretty good for my top 4 prediction.
Yeah, it is.
Socks and Inay both still in. Nature's trying to play spoiler though, coming in from 8th. You did mention, 8th to 1st is kind of a thing that Nature's likes to do, but at least 8th to top 4 is certainly something from him.
And the Kale being in as well for Finaldf means that Kaisa will have Valkyrie, so she'll be doing she'll be critting units under 50%. And she'll get units under 50% very, very quickly with those items and being tier 3.
Yeah, I mean, she basically jumps in with the Infiltrator and is getting that Acathian almost immediately, which basically is dropping everything to 50%.
Yeah,
like, watch, we'll see it again. Here it goes. Pretty much 50% across the board, and
yeah,
it just gets finished off immediately by this mech pilot. I mean, the Echo tries to go around, but Nature's going to take a giant amount of damage. Inay taking a lot as well, so he's still not out of the woods yet. But Finaldf, I mean, like I said, he might just win this. Like his comp is, he's got basically perfect items. He's got a lot of the tier 3s that he needs. Almost all 3 of the tier 3s that I feel like are the most important in this comp. It does seem like it really is the Rumble, the Kaisa, and the Shako seem to be like the cores.
Yeah.
At least it looked like from the last game as well. Once he had those 3, he got the Annie, but it was just insult to injury when he got the Annie.
Yeah, I mean, it makes the mech even tankier. It's nuts. Inay though still with that tier 1 Kale carry. Going to be, losing some HP, perhaps. Might stabilize this round. He's looking at the Nature's Souless fight, seeing if Nature's will indeed fall here to Souless. Souless is very strong, so I think that will indeed be the case.
The Vi trying to take down at the backline, but yeah, Inay holding on, 5 HP.
Yeah.
Nature's go out, though.
Yeah.
Doesn't. Well, Inay makes top 4.
It's top 4. It's not bad. Socks and Inay both in the top 4. Your prediction holds for now.
For now, for sure.
For now. No, I think it's a very, very solid prediction there, though. And will probably come true, I would suppose. Locket there, not the best. Hodge for Kale, I guess. For Finaldf there. So it's got Titan's Resolve. Probably slaps that on either a Vanguard or an Irelia.
Yeah.
IE there for Socks. Oh, yeah, he does have 2 Celestial in as well with that Celestial Spat, so that's not bad. Gonna be rolling for those Kales. And for tier 3, Cassidy, I suppose. There's a Cassidy there.
Yeah,
Just is not hitting Kales.
Yeah. Wow.
Smells the Kale, even throws an Echo and thinks that is going to be better. Just waving all his items around.
That looks like Tilt to me.
That does look like Tilt. Hey, it says it on his screen. You can see right there. I am Tilt. All caps.
I wonder if this text at the top of the screen will get longer after this game.
I'm
Kale
very
sucks.
curious, actually.
Can't find Kale.
Yeah. Oh, that's a Jin 3 from Socks there.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's monstrous. I mean, it should just be like every hit, pretty much one shot something.
Yep, there you go. And
yeah. Sock's going to take down Inay. Well, maybe this can contend with the mech pilot, but infiltrators, of course, are going to be quite good against a sniper.
Yeah, definitely.
The only person who's a threat to me.
He has the GA though, I believe. These three comps super strong. A bunch of tier 3s on the side of Finaldf has hit the Shaco now as well. It's gonna be rolling, I believe, still for those Annies and for the Kales. I suppose going Lux in for that Sork buff as well.
You can still do it, dude. I have faith.
Ooh, double Shojin Lulu. That's gonna be super strong when he hits the tier 2 of that one.
Oh, this is
Yeah, if he can make it there for
Ooh.
sure. This is a preview. This is a clone.
Yeah, good placement of the Jin there. Not backlining it, but it
Shaco's
does get
on
jumped
him right now?
regardless. Yeah.
My
Okay.
God, dude.
It's,
It looks-
I mean,
No, he's just
No.
gone. It's like the Jin was hitting the mech pilot, and those autos should be slapping, and they're just not. Like, it's just not getting through.
I think this comp is best comp in this patch for sure. Mech Pilot Infiltrator, assuming that you're not contested and you hit all
Right,
your
because,
stuff.
I mean, Finaldf has had 3 tier 3s in both games. I imagine if you don't hit all these 3 tier 3s, it's significantly worse.
Yeah, of course, for sure.
It's probably still a good comp, but it's not going to be first place every time.
No, this is like a you hit, you go first place. It looks like I don't think Socks can contest with this, and I don't think Souless can contest with this.
Yeah, I mean,
But
we'll
we'll
see
see
Socks
what
right
they do.
now. The Jin does get stunned by the Demolitionist.
Ooh,
Let's take out the
62K
Kaisa.
crit.
I mean,
It's possible actually.
maybe?
Yeah, I mean, Jin's
See?
doing it here.
Yeah, I mean, the Lulu is keeping... The tier 2 Lulu is actually a huge difference.
Yeah,
because
no,
it just
it is.
slowed everything down. All he needs is time. Socks just needs time. What is that number? What is that?
195k. Almost 200k damage, Jin, right there.
Just a million damage per Jin. Just-
I mean, honestly, yeah, he could very well get up to some inflated damage numbers of a million.
I don't want it. But I want
Death
it.
cap here from Socks. If anyone can do it,
I don't think
it's
there's any
Socks.
items
Souless,
that's worth making
does
anyways.
Souless beat Socks though? I don't know.
What can I do with
Souless with
I
that
mean,
Kale
let's see.
composition.
No.
Socks can't lose another round. I mean, he's gone if he does.
Yeah. Just do or die here. Who's this death cap go on? I mean, mostly everything, I believe everything scales, at least something scales with AP, so Lulu, when she polys things, will be able, or the targets will be vulnerable, which means it'll take more damage, but now it just puts it on the, puts it on that Lux there.
Pretty sure I'm fighting Souless.
There you go, see Finaldf here versus Souless,
Yeah, I'd rather
the Bramble.
put the item down.
Yeah,
Oh my
not even gonna
God.
put
On
it
the
in yet.
bench, yeah, no.
Why did
hang
you
out.
move all the way over there?
Souless, Kale's gonna go down to the infiltrators.
Lucky for him, lucky for me.
I don't know if the rest of his comp is gonna be enough to
Oh,
deal with
that
the
mech.
mech. That's a huge ulti from the mech pilot.
Dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I really
Souless
wish
gonna
I
take some
could-
damage here.
Sox died. He did not.
Sock stays
Sock.
alive though.
Yeah, that probably, I believe that should have been against Souless's Ghost.
That's kind
Should have been, so I guess
Just
Sox
I don't
does
plan on
beat
putting it on the mech. It's a good
Souless,
game.
hits the 2-2
But-
Casan as well. Finaldf has 62 gold, he's just chilling on right now though.
Yeah, I mean, this really does look like another first. It's just, I mean, he's got the
Yeah.
gold to play with. You know, he's got
Mhm.
he's got the ability to. Is he on 9 yet? I don't think his comp doesn't usually go 9 early, but he could go to 9 if he isn't there already. Yeah, he's on 8 now, so
Yeah.
could go to 9 if he wants. Could just keep rolling down for more 3 stars. See the Jin. This is against Souless, so Socks against Souless here.
Ooh, that
The Jin
Lux
has
one.
plenty of time, I think. I think he just has too much time. I think this will be a win for Socks. The Lulu is able to buy so much time. I mean, maybe there's a
Ooh.
world. The kill's still up though. A lot of damage really
No.
fast, but yeah, the Jin should be able to clean that up. The GA being important there, actually. It did look like he might have gotten procced faster.
Souless type, he needs you to kill, needs you alive to kill final, so tactical loss there from Souless.
Yeah, strategic
Tactical loss, yeah.
play by Souless here. Not killing Socks.
And it's a tier 2 Lulu and tier 2 Cho'Gath on the bench there, going to be pulled in by Thresh. So that's a really good bench there from Souless. Giant Slayer here, probably just slaps that on the kill. Finaldf is still just chilling. He has over 50 gold, going to be going 9. Wonder what he decides to put in though. Probably, I think to win the MF needed to be hitting the Jhin, which unfortunately it didn't. That last fight. There's some kills. Tier 3 kill, maybe? There's the Wukong 2. Solid. No, not going for tier 3 kill. Not enough time left in the game for that one.
Yeah, gonna either die or finish everyone off before he can hit that. And more than likely, Finaldf's probably gonna take him down, but we'll have to see.
Sold the Fizz too to just slap some other upgraded units in there. Finds an Echo too, gonna be giant slayering that. Bramble going on the Annie. I think it will choose the Bramble. Oh, it didn't choose the Warmogs. Got rid of the Warmogs there. That's a little unfortunate. Not sure if it'll matter though.
Yeah, that certainly hurts, but the
Bramble's good
Jhin
versus the Jhin.
Yeah, the Jhin should be doing enough damage overall. It really is this though that has made all the difference because it's just giving Socks time. And that's all his Jhin needs. He just needs time.
Souless died.
Socks gonna win this round. He actually just needs to win one more because it is on round 7. He might have it. I think that the Lulu is buying enough time that it has come to the point where the Jhin is just too good.
The Jhin might get Zephyr here though by the Shaco. Names loves his world Zephyr.
Oh, that's huge. That's actually huge because it makes Socks reposition as well.
Yeah.
And if he can't find another good position that keeps his Jhin safe, he's in a lot of trouble.
We assume he swaps right here.
The Lulu with the Quicksilver is really good though. Can't be Zephyr'd.
Okay, so the Kaisa is going to be hitting the Jhin immediately. Zephyr's the Ashe there.
Yeah, the Jin's being hit. It does hit the Kaisa back, but the Kaisa's actually going to take him to GA. If the Jhin doesn't... Oh! He heals up!
The Celestial.
The big crack gonna heal him all the way up, and the Lulu still out here getting polys. One last poly. The Jin's gonna be able to take down the rest. Socks is gonna win. Takes down Finaldf. Finaldf still gonna get another second place though. So first and then second, but Socks picking up the first. Actually able to take him down. Oh my god, that was so good from both sides. But I feel like Finaldf made the play. He made the play he needed to. But that Celestial heal was just, I mean, it was massive.
Jhin 3 is a disgusting unit. That was so insane, that damage there. I thought Finaldf was going to do it there with that Zephyr and then the Kaisa positioning at the end, but MismatchedSocks showing us that mech infiltrators can be beat. Just need a Jhin 3 to do it, but man, Finaldf still though, 25 points. Yeah, just a Jhin 3. That's all you need. Yeah. Finaldf though is on par to be a record holder for top point earner. 13 and then a 12. Like, this is a really insane start. Almost had two first place there, if not for Socks.
Yeah.
I have anything to say about that, but we have Finaldf, MismatchedSocks, Inay, and then Emilyywng in 4th. And there's a couple more games, so anything could still happen. As we know, it gets down to games 3 and 4 for things to get solidified. But we will be going to a break here for halftime. But be sure to stay with us for this exciting action right in a few moments. Welcome back, everyone, to Fight Night Rising. We have had some very exciting couple of games here. Saw that 3-star Jhin do work, go to town, take out the Mech Infiltrators there, and that was a joy to watch. Casanova, how have you been enjoying the game so far tonight?
I mean, it was brilliant. You know, a perfect curtain call before the break. You know, from the Jhin. Setting us up to leave, you know. Really well played by Socks overall. And honestly, that last positioning play from Finaldf was like a joy to watch because it really felt like he had almost sealed his win with that. But just at the end of the day, the tier 3 Jhin was just a little bit too much. A little bit too much to deal with. And, you know, those 4 shots coming out, 62,000 damage crits, being a bit crazy. But so far, my prediction standing. Inay and Socks have continued to top 4. I don't know who do you think's gonna win this one? I mean, Finaldf seems like a very smart early contender, early prediction for taking this fight night. But
I mean,
who you got your eyes on?
If Finaldf keeps playing Mech Infiltrators and is not contested, it seems to me like an easy first. If people start adapting over the course of, you know, this tournament, which players will start to adapt in one way or another, I'm sure a lot of these players recognize the fact that if 2 players go, or like 2 or more players go for the Mech Infiltrator composition, it is much harder for either of them or any of them to succeed. So maybe they want to steer clear of that, but it's just like you're kind of forfeiting you know, probably a second place or a third place, you know, unless you're Socks and you get a tier 3 Jhin here. I'm going to say that people will probably stay away from that, and Finaldf will continue going for it, continue to top, you know, 3, top 2, if not win games and go for first place. If anyone can do it though, it's like Socks. I'm not sure anyone else could be able to contest, but it's possible for Socks, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it is a really interesting thing, and it's an interesting. Oh my god, he actually hit an Annie. It's an interesting strategic thing, right? Because if someone else decides to go for Mech Infiltrator, they might cause themselves to place lower. They might eat an 8th place, right?
Yeah, that's why I say that people probably won't want to do it. They want to contest because they don't want to grief themselves.
But then the whole lobby ends up getting griefed because Finaldf's just going to run away with more first and seconds. And
exactly.
I mean, it comes down to a competitive thing. Like, what do you do in this scenario? If you're a last place person, do you start contesting it to try and bring your placement up? Because if you hit it instead, then you might be able to win. But also, maybe you just make both of you go out 5th, 6th instead.
You know,
and it just doesn't help.
Everyone just has to band together against Finaldf here and each just take some of Finaldf's units. No one committed to the comp, just they all have to steal his units and hold them on the bench. That is the way to beat it. Everyone working together, pitching in.
Yeah, it is an interesting thing in general to see. Just the way competitive TFT will develop, though, because it just makes you think about the future of like situations like this when you're in tournaments with teammates or something. Are there times where you're placing low so you assassinate someone at the top by taking their comp? Like, are these strategies that we'll see, is that considered not a good thing competitive wise? Is that considered like some form of cheating or match fixing? How is that considered? Like, these are the questions that we're asking here tonight. These are the interesting things that could flourish in this competitive scene or flesh out this competitive scene for TFT, as it's not been explored in too much depth so far. But I'm excited to see what we will see, of course, across set 3.
Yeah, of course. That's actually a super good point that you make there. You know, I think that there already have been some duo tournaments in the past. I think both of them generally do go based off of both players' placements, you know, scoring wise. But you know, there might be a scenario where at some point it would be like actually just the correct move to try to you know, like grief someone who's just going for the comp, like say like Finaldf is here, right? Like he's gonna go for Mech Pilot Infiltrators, and if he hits, he's going to yeah, he's gonna probably win the game.
Zigs.
Yeah, I don't
like, I just...
a lot of random Ziggs rolls for sure, but it's probably strong enough to win streak. But yeah, like anyways, you know, that will be a very, very interesting question to be decided in the future. But I think if that's a thing that can happen in this game, like, you know, you could scout people so you can buy their units they're looking for. Like, that's a strategy. If people are looking to, you know, tier 3 a unit, you can deny those units. Like, I think that's a very important part of auto chess games and of TFT specifically. Will people do it here against Finaldf? I'm not sure, but it's something to look out for in the future for sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It is. It's always interesting to see how strategies develop here, because of course tournament play is different from ladder, and you're not just looking for that one placement. You're looking across the scores of the entire tournament. So a lot of strategies will change up, and yeah, I mean, right now, Inay, do you think there's a world he goes like Rebels? Like, I feel like Rebels is just not nearly as good as it was.
I think Rebels, the only world that Rebels is good now, I think, is if you like absolutely high roll out of your mind, or you go for a Jinx carry. I think Rageblade's okay on the Jinx carry, so it's like possible, but probably unlikely. Probably just playing these units because they're
I mean, they're
he
strong
has
now.
the best
Yeah.
early. Yeah.
Two T2 Zigs, they're probably gonna get played. Like,
Yeah,
good early game
definitely.
unit.
They're killing stuff right now, going up against Emily, who has a Shaco, a Kaisa, and a Kha'Zix.
Is this it? Is the
Hmm.
comp being contested as we speak? I mean, I think it likely is if this is the start.
It could just be she's playing because it's the strongest board that she has, but it also could just be being played because she wants the comp. Oh, the belt! Slam to make sure that Inay wins the round. Heads up play there. Super, super
Inay
good.
Keeping that 100 HP, keeping that win streak.
That's really important. It's like super important. Like, that's a play that's like actually makes or breaks you getting like, I don't know, 10 gold at least, maybe even more. Probably more.
Souless
And HP
probably
is
just
HP.
wanted that belt, but I just love that he snap grabs the Shaco. Like, he probably just wanted the or not belt, sorry, the vest. He probably
The
just wanted the
vest,
vest,
yeah.
but he snap grabs the Shaco first off the carousel.
Hey, maybe he's. I mean, hey, the Vest Shaco is a GA Shaco. Maybe Souless is contesting it too. Let's just all go Mech Infiltrator to see who hits.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's you know, Finaldf defining the meta of this lobby right now. Basically deciding, hey, you have to at least look at this comp. But Emily gonna go slam that IE.
Yeah, Slams and IE has a cloak on the bench, which can be a BT later. Has the Kaisa tier, which could be a Seraph's. Does she sell the Kaisa or just keep it there? Probably just playing the TF because it's a tier 2 unit. Slams that the cloak onto the Malphite for some extra MR. Scouting around a little bit is Emily. Shaco jumping onto the Bramblevelt Graves. That's not very good. But
Souless playing some Space Pirates. Looks like he might be able to. Ooh, there's a gold.
That's some gold.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
More gold? Oh, no gold there. One more opportunity.
Well,
Malphite will die. So 50%. Either you get gold or you don't. Oh, you don't.
Nope, no gold. Just get one though.
Yeah, I got one from the round. Can't be too sad about that one. Check when Nature's here. Nature's has been slowly scaling as the games are going on. What placement did Nature's have last game? Checking, he had 5th. So did not go from 8th to a top 4, but from 8th to 5th.
Scaling.
Maybe he's gonna, scaling. Maybe he's gonna top 4 this game. Nature's always scales. Like, he always actually, like, every single time just like does poorly game 1, but then pops off for the next 2. Inay is 1 Ziggs away from his Ziggs 3, by the way. Randomly.
You gonna buy it? Like,
I don't know. Like, do you
Like,
make that?
that's-
Because if you sell it, that's a 4 gold down the drain eventually. I don't know.
that's pretty. Like, if you get it this early though, that's pretty.
Yeah, it's gonna do a lot. It's gonna do a lot of damage. Slammed like a Wormogs on it too. Like, Inay
So
really wants
weird.
to streak. And Nature's and Inay will be win streaking up until Krug's here, so super good for both of them. Nobody else is on a streak right now. Maybe a lost streak for some of the bottom portion of the lobby here, but maybe not even that. He did it.
He did it. Yeah. Wow. Where's the question mark pings? Where are they? Come on, guys. Disappointing me right now.
Yeah, no question mark.
2-7.
I know he typed
stars?
something. He typed something in chat. Just not sure what it was, but oh, there
There
they
they
go.
are,
They're
there
the
they
question
are.
mark things.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
The question mark. It's lit. Oh man. I mean, how much? I don't even know how much bomb damage Ziggs 3 does offhand.
Oh.
792 it did there. That's a lot
That's
of
a
damage.
lot. That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. That's a
He's
declaw. He's gonna.
slamming
Oh
items.
my
Yeah.
god.
He's a tanky boy.
That Ziggs, you can actually, okay, no meme. This
Put it in
Ziggs
front.
at this point of the game could just be the only unit on the board and probably still win some rounds. Assuming there's no healing debuff on the enemy team, it'll just actually 1v9. Like,
Yeah, possibly. What comp do you run with this, or you think it's getting sold later? I mean, it's
definitely getting sold eventually.
right. I guess you need the items off, but it's
Yeah.
just like, you're just sacrificing 4 gold for a lot of power right now.
Yeah, for sure. Which a lot of that's probably worth it, honestly. Like, it's probably,
I think so.
Yeah, it's probably worth it. Its only argument is that it's still powerful to run 2 tier 2 Ziggs, and keep, the gold, not have to invest all that gold into it. But I mean, I don't know. Hey, he's gonna streak. That is for sure. Finaldf here has a claw on the 2/2 Darius. I want to make his money, but I'm not sure it's gonna be able to make money against that Ziggs though. It did basically nothing there.
Yeah, I mean, the Ziggs is just
Morello's,
a monster.
though.
He's just tanking it all up. He's the tank and the damage dealer here.
Oh my god.
Inay gonna keep this streak for probably a good amount of time.
At least until Wolves, I would imagine. I mean, it's like the late game. Like, okay, imagine that Ziggs up against like all 2-3 mech pilots. Like, that's not going to do anything,
no,
right?
it's not gonna
But
do anything.
definitely will be good for now. Wanting to probably it's running 3 rebels right now, buffing the damage of the Ziggs even further actually as well.
Yeah.
Doesn't level here, thinks he's strong enough, which you're probably correct, Inay. You're probably correct.
Yeah, I mean, he can look for an even faster 8 50, just by econing up and then trying to level naturally through the gold.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I imagine this will be a win streak until Wolves, but going up against HiddenDino here.
Little unprecedented. We don't generally see, without even rolling for it, a 3-star on 2-7.
Yeah, it's super rare. Okay, buying some units there. Doesn't want to sell any of the ones on his bench previously. We see Souless and Emily towards the bottom of the lobby here. Nature's also win streaking though. I mean,
who wins?
Can this be? I don't know. It's a tier 2 Lucian with Giant Slayer, like and Blaster in Cybernetics.
I mean, that's gonna shred the Ziggs.
This could be Inay. I mean, he's scouting it, knows that he has to face Inay sooner or later.
If the Lucian doesn't get bombed first and it hits the Ziggs, I think he probably has it.
Oh man, Nature's leveling up to 7 right now.
Here it is. Inay gonna be on 5 versus 7 here.
That Ziggs is getting hit.
Being targeted by the Lucian, which is exactly what needs to happen, and he's getting burned down so quickly. Yeah, I think the win streak actually will, very likely just end for Inay. Nature's gonna keep his.
Really
it's
good.
The Giant Slayer, really. I mean, that the Giant Slayer is the big.
I don't think the Ziggs should have been tanking that. I mean, whatever Lucian was hitting would kill very quickly anyway, but I don't know, even still. Wait, how much gold did Nature's have to start out here though? Because he started level 7 before the stage 3 carousel and is still on 30 gold. So be on 40 gold next turn. Like, that's actually an insane amount of money for, the poverty galaxy. But
yeah, where did he get all this gold?
I don't know. He must have taken out a loan from somewhere. Like,
took out a loan from the banking galaxy, actually.
The banking galaxy, a galaxy soon coming to you.
Coming soon. Start with 20 gold.
Oh, actually, that'd be so nuts. I actually would. Oh, would I like that galaxy? I don't know. Thinking about it, start the game with 20 gold.
You can either econ, you could level quickly to get win streak.
Oh man, it's actually so interesting. It might be like super. It might be super not balanced, but I'd like to mess around with it for a day or two.
I wonder if they tried it in like any internal testing, something like that.
Honestly, probably, but
or if you're still in chat, banking galaxy. There you go.
The Iron Bank of Runeterra.
Oh god.
Giving out a loan. Oh, that's the question. The question is if it's been considered for a banking galaxy. Everyone starts the game off with 20 gold. Would that be too imbalanced? I have no idea. Like probably, but it would create some interesting scenarios for sure. But either way, nature's got this gold from somewhere, but not the
Yeah.
banking galaxy, at least not yet. He's still gonna be win streaking.
There we go. You know, heard it here first. Banking Galaxy confirmed. Thanks, Mortdog.
Oh, confirmed. Yep, that's definitely what that statement meant. Confirmed. Tweet about it. Post on Reddit. All of
There
that
you go.
right now.
Flip it and ship it, boys. There we go. We're in there.
Clip it and ship it. I'm interested to see what galaxies in the future here, though. It's been 2 games
Yeah.
where we've had without a galaxy. We did see that. Wait,
saw
what
the
galaxy did
Nicoverse.
we... Yeah, we saw
Saw the
Nicoverse
Nicoverse.
at the start. Yeah. Hopefully, we'll get a galaxy
I
during the
really
next
want a
game.
Lilac Nebula. I really
Yeah.
want to see a Lilac Nebula.
Interesting.
But we'll have to see. So far, we've been deprived galaxies. Of course, we did get the Nicoverse. Can't complain too much. We were able to at least see one,
Yeah.
and hopefully we'll see at least one more. Well, we'll see one more here tonight. That would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
But
See,
right
Emily
now,
here, yeah, Emily's going
gonna
for
mention.
the mech infiltrators,
Yeah.
so she has committed. Does she win this round versus that Xin Xiao from Souless there? You know, going in protector comp. Haven't seen that much of it, but it is still viable, and Xin Xiao is indeed going to win this.
Yeah,
one,
he'll win this for sure. I mean, he's
Yeah.
got the Declaw. The Bramble is going to help him against the Shaco. The shielding from the protector buff, of course. Too much. Emily, is this the sacrifice?
Oh,
Has it been
man.
made? Going
She's
for the mech
rolling-
pilot
Oh.
straight into 8th?
I mean, what's Finaldf doing is the question here. Is Finaldf going for mech as well still? I mean, Emily's 2 away from an Annie 3, but has 0 fizz so far.
Yeah, rolls down just to 50. Of course, on a PvE round, so we'll see if she rolls a lot more following.
Maybe. I mean, she's on an 8 loss streak. She's lost every round thus far, maybe besides like the first one or something like that. But okay, gets a declaw there for the mech. Once the fizz is found, there's a Kaisa. She'll definitely need to roll at least a 50 here, unless she's considering leveling up. No, still gonna roll. Really needs that fizz though. There's an Annie.
I mean,
she rolled past an Annie.
You can see her
yeah,
react.
her
She
reaction to
saw
that,
it.
she knew it.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's rough.
That's
rough.
brutal though, because she would only be 1 away, and that would help out quite a bit. Definitely is a rough miss.
Going up against Socks here. Socks going for that's a Star Guardian Lux.
Wow.
Haven't quite seen a composition like this yet, but it's working out for Socks. I mean, he's decent in HP right now. Going to be winning against Emily, which I guess isn't too hard to do right now, given that she hasn't really hit what she needs yet. On 34 HP directly after Wolves, like this is not looking good. I'm curious to see Finaldf's board right now, though.
Yeah, I want to see a bit more of the roll down when we get a chance, or at least check back into Emily at some point before she goes out, just to see what she's hitting. But Finaldf, it does look like, is also going this.
Yeah, and there's another player going infiltrators as well, actually. So there's so many people contesting this now. Actually, this is so interesting. So I didn't think players would really want to contest this hard. Oh man, Souless found tier 3 Rakan and Xinjiao already on round 4 too. That's like pretty early.
Yeah, I mean that definitely sets up for a very good rest of this game for Souless. I don't think he'll go out. He has just hit his power spikes, so he is on low HP right now. He's on 36, but I think he should be able to win streak with this.
Yeah,
gonna beat Finaldf for sure.
Nature's still win streaking.
Yeah, he's still on 100. I mean, that's crazy.
100 at 4-3. Already went to 8. I think he went to 8 at 4-1 because he's had that much money. Going back down to Emily's roll here. She has found the fizz. Really, really good. Needs to put that Kha'Zix in for the Annie, and she has 4 infiltrator, 3 mech pilots. Continuing to roll, but oh man, with all the contention here, like there's already 5 rumbles taken from Finaldf. like Emily knew this would happen, right? Like that she would be contested, and just unfortunately for her, just isn't hitting. HiddenDino there found the Shaco too as well, going for. Oh, hey, there's a third mech pilot infiltrator person here. I was so wrong. I thought people wouldn't want to grief themselves, but
Pacific Rim fight going on, but yeah, they're all griefing themselves actually.
Everyone's griefing themselves here. Emily's being griefed the hardest, unfortunately. 11 loss streak, probably a bit more than you want to have at this point in the game. But man, Finaldf, people are looking at that guy like, hey, this comp's nuts. Let me do it too. Turns out there's a limited amount of units in the pool of each type. So
wow, how interesting that is how the game actually works.
Yep, real interesting. Emilyywng taking demolitionist spot.
Nature's finally lost.
Good. Oh yeah, did lose though. I mean, he's still chilling. There's
two mech pilot players get demolitionist spots.
Oh yeah, that's super good for them. What did Souless take? Took a sword. I mean, Nature's picks last, but gets a completed ZZ Rot. Like that's not too bad. Dark Star was the item that was left over. No one wanted Dark Star. I feel like Dark Star kill could be nice. I don't think anyone's going for a Gen comp this game though. Oh, it's a double Giant Slayer Illusion. I think he's gonna. Oh yeah, he's going Cybernetics for sure.
Yeah, on the 4 blaster as well with those double Giant Slayer. I mean, that's pretty nasty.
Yeah, that's a really good mid to late game pivot here. There's a lot of rumble. There's still no fizz for Finaldf here. Oh man, those are like really good mech items, but oh okay, there was someone playing Vel'Koz there actually. I didn't catch who that was, but I did see that Vel'Koz.
Maybe that was Socks. Because he had that Lux with the Star Guardian. Nope, he still has the Lux with the Star Guardian.
There's somebody else. Was it Inay?
There's another.
I don't know.
Inay on that win streak? No, not Inay.
Well, we'll see eventually, I suppose.
Yeah, Sock's actually gonna lose here with the bit of that unconventional composition there. The Lux with the Star Guardian.
I don't think that's a comp that's really gonna be winning the game unless you get like a lot of tier 3s, but you know, leveling up, so probably not hitting those. Nature's hits the Vi too. ZZ Rot's just chilling on the bench.
Yeah, has one in play from Thieves Gloves as well.
Yeah, true. Okay, definitely wants to put that Fiora back in. Oh, nope. Sells it. Thieves Gloves.
Gonna reroll.
All right.
wanted to reroll the items, you know?
Yeah, oh, Mistax.
Mistax, yeah.
Wait, he has no Kha'Zix though. No. Doesn't have the void because no Kha'Zix. All right, Mistax, you're gonna need to keep rolling. Roll till you hit a Kha'Zix, because like I think this com's actually so good. He has perfect items on the Vel'Koz. He has a Cho'Gath too. Like Mistax is not gonna go 8th this game, I believe. Inay's still playing that Ziggs.
Yeah, it's tanking.
Almost enough.
Potentially tanking his placement pretty soon, but I think he's doing quite well for himself in general. After he lost to Naturesbf, the Ziggs won every game.
Yeah, every single round, yeah.
So
he just got lost on the round right before Raptors, which kind of sucks because you lose out on a bit of econ going into neutral rounds, which always feels bad. But Inay sitting at 85 HP right now, level 8, 50 plus gold. I don't know how much gold he spent towards leveling to 9 already, but we'll probably do that before he decides to really start rolling it down for upgrades. But yeah, you're in a pretty good spot right now if you're Inay. Mistax though really needs that Kha'Zix.
Yeah, he certainly does. We'll see. I mean, if he's gonna level to 8 here, it's gonna make it so hard for him to hit it.
I was gonna say I actually think leveling to 8 it's like a grief. Like I feel like you really need the Kha'Zix. Like the true damage is so important here. Maybe he gets lucky and rolls on 8 eventually.
I mean, if he's leveling, I think he's deciding that he doesn't feel like he needs it. Like he doesn't want it. Because I think if he wants this Kha'Zix, he's not going to level. And now, like, maybe the argument is probably he does need it, but I don't know if he thinks he does.
Yeah, arguably he's saying, I'll find it Wait, he's rolling now
he's looking
after.
For it, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, decided it's probably the correct play to roll now. Used a little bit of gold already on leveling, which is unfortunate, as he's going to lose out on some econ here because of it. But this is probably the correct play, so better late than never. Way up against Socks here, still with that Lux carry. Well, it causes a lot of damage, but not quite enough. Ooh, it is.
Yeah, he does get that second ulti off. And yeah, gonna take down Socks. Socks dropping quite low. Emily going out first with that Mech Pilot Infiltrator comp.
Yeah.
She had a really good first game, but the last two, a 7th and an 8th, unfortunately for her.
Yeah, maybe trying to adapt a bit too much, or yeah, I don't know. Going for Mech Infiltrators is good if you hit, but there was 3 players going for it here, so it's kind of hard to just like, you know, slam your face into that comp if it's so contested like that. The good news for the other players is that those units will be available now.
Yeah, I mean,
some of them will be.
If Finaldf, you know, places incredibly high, running the comp again when 3 of them in the lobby, I mean, that's saying something for sure.
Definitely is. Souless here. 5 win streak on the Protectors. Still doesn't have Nico 2 yet though, just a Nico 1, but hey, she's doing what she needs to do here. Given that 4 Protector buff. That Xin Zhao is undoubtedly 1v9ing. This is Rebels though, by Inay.
Against the Ziggs. Who needs Aurelion Soul? Just buff a Ziggs.
Yeah. This Rocky healing up the whole team of Souls.
Who needs Aurelion Soul? Looks like Inay probably needs Aurelion Soul because
it's not even like it's not even items for Aurelion Soul though. Like
that's true. I mean, I think it's more so Souless comp looking incredibly scary. The Protectors, all this healing from the Soraka.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty tough.
Souless's clone took out not took out, but won the round versus Finaldf there. Souless has 50 gold to roll. Doesn't feel like he needs to keep or start rolling yet. Nature's still at the top of the lobby here. Inay right behind. HiddenDino found the tier 3 Annie.
Oh, Socks. Look at that.
Ooh. 4 Sork, 6 Star Guardian, MF. I'm curious. I want to watch that fight actually. That looks like it's really good.
Saying I like your comp pinging the MF.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Super cool, actually. I think this is a really good approach to the meta, because I think this meta has definitely not been like solved yet, and there's multiple comps that are viable, that are very, very good. So I think that might be one of them. Okay, Sock's losing that round though. Never mind.
yeah, losing a round, but Souless actually losing here to Natures. Those Giant Slayers doing work still.
Yeah, definitely. Socks will be first pick along with Finaldf. Socks taking what? Finaldf taking the GA. Socks one of that as well. QSS grabbed. HiddenDino. People don't know what they want. Mistax taking Zeke's. Bramble. Inay red buff. Red buff for the Jinx, I would suppose. Yeah, Souless, not really known. Is it like a Zeke?
You wanted the red buff, I think.
I would Zeke's if I were Souless, maybe, but gonna be going for Last Whisper. I have seen some Protector comps transition, or I guess just play a Jhin later on into the game, and then Ashe for like Celestial plus snipers. Nature's is level 9, 50 gold here. He's so insanely strong. Has hit the cybernetics. Yeah.
He's got a full bench to pull from with this Thresh.
Full bench, full pool of gold here. Nature's is so rich. I'm really curious to see like how in Dota Auto Chess, but way before there was I believe a stat at the end of the game that said like just the gold you earned over the course of the whole game.
Oh yeah.
And that'd be really interesting to see here from Nature's perspective, because he's been so rich the entire game.
Yeah, I mean I like you said, I don't know where he got this money, you know? Like he took out a loan somewhere. Something happened. He just had so much money all game and was
win streaking like the whole entire time as well. Well, most of the entire time.
He's just so rich.
Falling. Mistax losing. Socks losing as well.
Oh, Socks got out.
Yeah. The MF was not enough.
Yeah. He's got a top 4 next game for my prediction to come true.
Oh, true, yeah.
This is
unorthodox comp and paid the price for it.
He did 6 in a row, 6 top 4s in a row at Fight Night.
It's pretty good.
He's going to drop his. Inay can still go to 7 top 4s. Just 1 placement away, and Mistax not looking long for this.
Oh, Mistax does have the voids, though. hit the Kazakhs, I believe, from what I saw there. Gonna be fighting somebody, one of these mech players. Well, HiddenDino was the other mech player and died, so it must be Finaldf here.
Yep, Finaldf is the last one going up against the Celestials here, the Protectors. One more laser could come out. I don't know if it's gonna do quite enough. It's really close. I think it is. The Jarvan.
Ooh, oh, that's kind of close, actually.
It's really close to taking him down, but Souless
true damage. Ooh, Finaldf, bottom 4s.
Oh, Mistax, top 4s.
All the mech pilot players griefed each other, and all of them got bottom 4.
They did. I mean, you talked about it. You brought it up. You said, hey, like, it could just be grief, but the grief was successful because it made Finaldf bottom 4 too. But
yeah, it just took Emily going 8th and HiddenDino going 7th for Finaldf to go 5th.
Yeah, like it's I don't know, it's crazy. Mistax, he's one Vel'Koz off. You think if he hits tier 3 that he might go even further?
Yeah, I think so. I think he could potentially win the game if he hits the tier 3 Vel'Koz. But tier 3 Vel'Koz,
he doesn't have a lot of gold.
No, and he already committed some gold earlier to leveling up and decided he wanted to roll at 7. But like he rolls here. Like there's no way you don't roll here unless you want a level to play another tier 2 Cho'Gath. Oh man, he is. Okay, all right.
This is like higher percentage, I guess, right? Like this is
it's
guaranteed power versus theoretical power.
And you have a Gunblade and nothing to put it on unless you wanted to put it in a Vel'Koz. What's stronger there? Maybe another Cho'Gath or another Vel'Koz?
Maybe the crowd control. If you think that this Vel'Koz can stay alive,
it's probably the CC.
Yeah, some beef and some CC might just be what he needs, and can he get that laser across everything?
Yeah, this is the positioning. Oh, it dies to the Echo though.
The Echo and the Aurelia. Oh, just too much. No, Mistax goes down. Oh, I really wanted to switch here because he was away, but top 4 from Mistax this time around. Not setting any records tonight.
No, not setting any records, but this double Giant Slayer red buff on the Echo is insane. There's such good items, deals percentage damage to everybody that he hits during his ultimate, because the ultimate does apply on hit effects, while applying red buff as well. Like that's such an insane Echo there. It's going to 1v9 kind of like every single team.
Yeah,
really, I mean, it's in the Aurelia as well.
Suddenly, when it ulted, a fight that looked so good for Mistax just completely turned on its head, and Souless is in a lot of trouble as well, going up against the clone, but the Echo could be incredibly dangerous as well here. We're gonna see once this ult just pops, it's probably gonna be most of the composition falling down. Here he goes, a lot of damage coming out. The Xin Zhao is still alive. If it gets an ult off, yeah, it does.
Yeah, it wins.
Getting kited, but
barely.
There's no items on that Lucian. Not gonna be able to take him down.
I think that was oh no, Inay has survived. Inay's still on 13 HP. Tier 3 Sona from Souless.
3 Sona.
Yeah.
Man, if you could find the protector spat,
Sona, yeah, that'd
be wild.
Unkillable. Ooh, okay, that's a tier 2 MF there. Inay's still running that Ziggs, actually. I didn't think he would run it at this point in the game. I really didn't. 6-3 top 3. I guess it just shows you the strength of tier 3 units, and being able to win streak, going to 9, building a comp around it, I suppose. I mean, it's more buffing the Jinx than the Ziggs, I suppose, but hey, it's still doing a bit of work. Souless versus what's his name? Natures right now.
Yeah, I mean, just grand entrance after grand entrance right now with the Rakan, constantly getting that crowd, the Echo versus the Xin Zhao, but the ult coming out, just a little bit too much shielding, and I think Xin Zhao is going to easily be able to get to the Lucian, take him down as well.
Yep, it just comes down to the Xin Zhao versus the world. Rakan actually did more damage than Xin Zhao there. Rakan did over 10k.
Yeah, I mean, you saw just grand entrance after grand entrance hitting multiple units there. Yeah. Just the strength of the double Shojin really shining through there. Inay
got demo spat and has a tier 2 GP, I believe, so could sell the Ziggs now. if he's only
He
holding on to it
could.
for demo.
He
Which-
could, but will he?
I think so. I want to see
think
Inay
so.
here.
I think he probably will.
Well, unless if he has another rebel to put in, he needs to find another rebel. That's the only way that he would. So maybe not actually. Yeah, never mind. I mean, I would think you roll here for a rebel, put that in over the Ziggs, and then give those Ziggs items to GP, or at least the tanky ones. Then give like a Rage Blade to MF. Swapping position here, swapping sides. GP wanting to go more in the front there. All right, I mean, that's the position that Inay wanted, I believe, going up against Souless here.
Yeah, getting this Jinx pretty well protected.
Yeah.
Souless's units are quite stacked, so the rockets are going to get pretty good value. They do split up a little bit here, and the Xin Zhao does get onto the Jinx, so that's pretty brutal for Inay. Overall, he's just not doing enough damage to get through all the healing, so Inay is probably going to go out third here. Yeah, Souless going to take him down. Protectors doing quite well.
Yeah, a couple things happened there in that fight. MF ultied only one unit there. MF ultied, was it just the Jarvan solo and didn't even kill it? Souless as well had also found the belt, I believe, from last carousel and made the Morellos on the Rakan an item that is probably like the second most important after Shojin. It is like most important after Shojin's. Is it enough to beat Nature's comp though? Honestly, it might be. Has 4 Celestial, 4 Protector, or 4 Mystics. Oh no, takes out Mystic for the Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank is going to be hooking what? The MF?
MF, yeah, gets it. Sona going down so fast actually in the back to this Echo. These double Giant Slayers just doing way too much damage. And yeah, that's that's it. I mean, that's not even close. Nature's has completed the ramp. Gonna get a first place here. Souless coming in second. He's done quite well. 2 top 4s so far. And then yeah, Inay continuing the streak of top 4s. That's 7 in a row. And he's completed the 3 out of 4. I mean, honestly, at this point, I think he'll go for the 4 out of 4 top 4s. I think there's been no sign of slowing down from Inay.
Yeah, no signs of slowing down, but also Finaldf has slowed down a little bit, but it is still good enough for first place right now. There will be no records being broken tonight because of that bottom 4 placement Finaldf, but still is in a spot to potentially win. But Inay, 28 points, second place. Souless, 27 points. Third place, Socks, 26 points. Fourth place. All of these players are very, very well within the reach of winning possibly tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I think any of this top 4 can certainly find the victory. I think, yeah, it does look like there is like a small world where he can make it. There's a small galaxy that he could actually get a.
Oh yeah, Nature's could win if Finaldf goes 8th.
Yeah, but there also would have to be bad placements for Inay and Souless. And,
goes like 6.
So realistically, this top 4 is all primed for a pretty good shot to get first place here. I'm excited to see this last lobby. I mean, Finaldf, Inay, Souless, Socks have made up most of our top 4s already throughout this fight night. So I think this is going to be a really hard fought round number 4 to see who takes victory in this week's Fight Night Rising. And we don't get a galaxy here, unfortunately.
No galaxy. Only one galaxy tonight, the Nicoverse, but hopefully we'll have some more next week. But yeah, the swords, people going for those a lot. HiddenDino and Mistax come along. Oh, there's actually 3 swords. Yeah, it's one of these offensive carousels. Souless grabs a sword as well. And then a bunch of tiers and rods. Nature's grabbing the Ziggs rod there. Now, if that was Inay, that'd be a tier 3 Ziggs coming up soon.
Yeah, I think, like next few rounds, just a tier 3 Ziggs. I think it's pretty standard here. But we'll see what Nature's ends up going this game. We'll see if he ends up going on a massive win streak yet again, staying at 100 HP for the majority of the game. I think he was on 100 HP more rounds than he was not on 100 HP.
That's previous game. Probably correct, or close to it at least. And Nature's scaling. That's probably going to be a 2-2 Kha'Zix picked up, I would imagine. We're waiting until he gets gold, perhaps, and if not, might sell that Ziggs for the tier 2 Kha'Zix. Just waiting though, smart play.
Wonder if he gets baited into infiltrators.
Yeah, honestly.
I mean, we'll see if he hits like an early Shaco or something. I think that generally is the keystone for going forward with it.
Yeah, he could be hitting good Kais items, but I think Shaco and the Shaco items are probably the most important thing. Shaco definitely bops. Oh, gets a Kha'Zix anyway, so doesn't need to sell at all. But
the round 2-7 tier 3 Kha'Zix coming up.
It doesn't purchase the one in the shop though, but gets another one now. Could have had 5 Kha'Zix. Yeah. Just laughing a little bit right there.
Just buy it. Come on, you want it.
Oh no.
The shop is telling you.
I'm not sure that tier 3 Kha'Zix is as good at carrying as a tier 3 Ziggs is for the early mid game.
Probably not. Probably not.
Don't think so.
Don't think that's going to be the buy, but an Annie offered, you know, if you're looking for Mech Pilot.
Yeah, potentially. Might sell that Zoe. Probably not going to be what's taken there. An interesting thing, though, I did want to take a moment to talk about is the compositions that have won so far tonight. All right, their game 1, there was Mech Pilot Infiltrators, and then there was the tier 3 Jin. Okay, that's a random tier 2 Zaya as well by natures there, but yeah. And then the last game was that cybernetic composition. All comps that are very, very good in this meta, but I think that goes to show you that there are a lot of things. There's a lot of variety in this patch that players can play. If there's a world where Mistax had hit that tier 3 Vel'Koz, that could have been a Vel'Koz Void Brawler win as well, potentially. I think there's a lot of healthy variety here, and it just goes to what players are adapting to what they're hitting, to how they pivot during the mid game, how well they streak early. And I think this patch really goes to promote, I guess, just individual player skill here, which is why we see players like Inay and Socks and well, Nature's not for the first 2 games, but for this game, you know, getting these top 4s, you know, consistently very, very strong players. Socks rank 1 and 2 last set in North America. Inay currently rank 1 right now. There's such good players, and they are adapting to this playstyle of this patch.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. They have shown that amazing adaptability. Coming in literally a week ago on a different patch, playing exceptionally well, top 4ing in every single game.
Yeah.
Patch comes in, still top 4ing pretty much every game. I mean, Inay every game, and Socks 2 of 3.
Yeah.
So it like you said, I mean, adaptability. It's pretty incredible what they've been able to do.
Oh, for sure. Speaking of adaptability, Emily, I believe, is looking to adapt here, not into cybernetics or into mech infiltrators, but probably a Vel'Koz, as QSS is one of the items that people slam a lot when they're going to go Vel'Koz. Has some Sorks here as well. Hey, it could just go Sorks as well, because she has the Kha'Zix on the shop and actually isn't buying that. So yeah, maybe it's not a Vel'Koz. Maybe it's just Sorks, actually.
Offered it once again.
Yeah. Offered it once again. Maybe it is just going to be a Syndra carry. Going the Star Guardians. If she's going Star Guardian, she should pick up Nico here. So I guess it's not a Star Guardian Sork, which I think does have its place. Actually, like, I think if you go a Star Guardian Sork composition and you're not contested, it can definitely equal to some consistent top 4s. I'm not sure it could win the game though, but I would like to see it tested. It just doesn't look like that's going to be what's tested here.
Yeah, it does look like just a couple Sorks right now. Only going to stay on the 3-star Guardian. Yeah, keeping the Vanguard in, not even considering the Nico, it seems. So
nope.
I wonder if this is just an early game composition or what she's going to be trying to scale into.
Maybe it's just Emily saying that I want the Nico eventually, but I'll probably find it eventually. I'm just going to want to econ right now. And, you know, get the gold so you can start rolling later on. But like, I've seen players do that before. They're like, I want this unit, but it's too expensive right now, so I'll just roll it again in the future. Generally, if you're going Star Guardian Sorks, though, you do want a tier 3 Nico. So passing up on one when you want a tier 3 it is probably not the play. It's probably worth the gold investment there, which makes me think that she's not going for Star Guardians. But she's going to go for another tier here, which she gets, but it's going to make a tier 2 Ahri, I believe. So wouldn't be able to make that on the Syndra right now, but she suspects that it's worth it, I suppose. Wonder if that's she realized
Yeah,
that.
she's considering maybe selling one.
Well, she can't. You can't sell off the carousel.
Oh,
anymore.
that's right. That's right. I
Yeah.
forgot about that change.
Yeah. So she has committed. She looks like she's like very conflicted right now. That's like the look on her face, but what is done here. And she makes her Juari. I mean, it's gonna be good for her to win streak, which she's already on 2 wins here. Going to win streak into Krugs, hopefully. Not gonna be buying anything else here. Just chilling for now.
Yeah. Kind of wishes that might have been a Seraph right now, but
would have been really nice if it was. I wonder what else she's like considering here, because it seems like she's like thinking about something, what she wants to do, maybe a transition in the future or something, but gonna have to find out later. That's HiddenDino there with a tier 2 Lucian. Almost gets taken out by the Ahri there, but Emily's win streak, unfortunately, is compromised here. Giant Slayer Lucian. Very, very strong.
Yeah, HiddenDino gonna stay on his win streak at 100 as well. Inay at 100, taking down Finaldf, it looked like.
Yeah. HiddenDino and Inay. Inay win streaking again. Very, very strong at playing the early game there. Had items, slammed him, and slapped him on Ezreal. I think Ezreal's probably doing a lot of work here in the early game. A decent unit for to be an item carrier, at least until stage 3, midway through stage 3 probably. But looking at HiddenDino scouting around here, scouting Finaldf. Yeah, scouting Finaldf with 4 cybernetics. So Finaldf not going to be going for Mech Pilot Infiltrators this game, it doesn't look like.
Repeat this, right?
No, looks like cybernetics right now.
Yeah, didn't want to get griefed again.
Yeah. Concerned about being griefed, has a lead right now, just has to look for a top 4 as gives him a good shot of winning a Fight Night tonight. Cybernetics a pretty good way to go for that.
Oh, for sure. If you're not going Mech Pilot Infiltrators, Cybernetics probably the second strongest comp, I would say. Right now, if not the strongest, but yeah, I mean, probably second strongest, because if you do hit everything with Mech Infiltrators, it will win the game, I would think, unless you, of course, get the tier 3 Jhin.
Yeah, tier 3 Jhin, pretty good.
One
pretty
of them.
Good unit.
Pretty good unit. Maybe there's a world where Vel'Koz tier 3 could do it as well if you like position it away from the infiltrators jumping on it. I would say. Yeah, Mistax slamming a Gunblade and a QSS. Why did he slam a Gunblade? I'm curious. Has some Blade Masters on the bench there though. Is he going back to the BMs?
You know, he's like, had my fun with Vel'Koz. Back to the real comp. The real composition.
Vel'Koz was his best placement, right?
Yep.
It was. Yep. It was a 4th.
Yeah, he top 4'd with Vel'Koz.
Yeah, Vel'Koz pretty nice. Well, I do like that comp a lot. And yeah, I mean, we saw the position of Vel'Koz like throughout all of last game where Mistax had it, and yeah, it was getting massive value throughout the whole entire enemy team. It was like ripping through it time and time again because of that little Blitzcrank Vel'Koz interaction there, making sure it hits the right unit. Man, Mistax rolls a Jinx and a Jhin on level 4. Or level 5. Sorry, I don't think he's gonna. Oh no, he maybe takes one of them. Nope, he's going for Blade Masters.
Sold something, looked like he needed to buy something off the bench. Wasn't the Jinx of the Jhin. Was the Yasuo.
RFC, Gunblade, QSS on the Yi.
You know, Yi's ability in TFT is called the Chosen One, and he's the Chosen One. The Chosen One star. To put all the items on it.
Man, I wish Mistax would have bought the Jinx and played 3 Rebels here to try to win streak, because I think that would have been the stronger board here. Unfortunately, is going to be dying to Socks at level 4. Yeah, Graves doesn't even get to take the Caitlyn shot there. Survives. Mistax losing his win streak. Man, Nature's is super low here, though. Nature's 56 already on round 3-1.
It's a lot of damage to be taking.
What is this board? I'm so curious, actually.
last game it seems like he, had a lot of gold. This game it seems like he has a lot of damage taken to his face.
Yeah,
Like more so than you would expect at this point in the game.
definitely. Finaldf. Cybernetics. Does he not slam the red buff here on the Lucian? I would slam the red buff Lucian every time,
I think he
unless
does,
he's unless Finaldf's thinking about not committing to Cybernetics, wants to maybe go like a Jhin maybe later, wants to keep his options open, but I don't know. I feel like preserving HP and going on a win streak is really important right now. I guess the red buff, he doesn't have Gunslinger, so it's like a little bit less impactful. Going up against Mistax here, which I mean, I believe Finaldf will definitely win this round. That's a big cast and disarm though, but probably
Yeah.
not enough.
Yeah, the Spirit Refuge from the Shen, keeping these units alive in the back. Yi, gonna pop off his ulti. A lot of items for that unit, but it is tier 1. Maybe it can win, healing up a little bit. Probably not. Maybe. We'll see. He's healing quite a bit. He's running really fast. He's going real fast. He's zooming. He's zooming. He's healing too much.
Oh my god, that Yi just actually 1v5 that whole entire round. If Finaldf had made the red buff, that would have been an easy round win there. But
True.
you just got the heal up the whole entire time. Oh, this is Nature's board. Okay, Nature's is pretty rich right now because of the pirates, I believe. But has slammed an IE and a death cap. Very interesting item slams here. But is 48 HP on round 3. 3-3.
Obviously, I wish I killed units, but still, it's a good first.
Probably doesn't win this one.
No. He's just trying to make a little bit of money, but at a certain point, he's got to start winning some rounds because 48 HP is quite low at this point.
Yeah.
Annie, I'm looking at Sock's board.
I don't know.
It looks like there's some stuff for Mech Pilot Infiltrators, but not like nearly enough.
Yeah, I actually have no idea what Sox is doing here in terms of composition.
He's winning.
He is winning, but Nature's has lost every single round of this game, so not too much to gain from that one in terms of insight. We see
Inay finally loses. That was his first loss.
Soulless.
He was at 100 HP.
Okay, Aurelia, Wukong, and Vel'Koz being the 4 costs here. Nature's opting for an Aurelia, or maybe just for the rod. We'll see.
See if Emily grabs this Vel'Koz.
Maybe.
It didn't seem like you said, it didn't seem like that was exactly what you were going for, but
nah. Yeah, she passed up on the Kha'Zix early on in the game, and has passed up again on the Vel'Koz. And it takes a tier, but Emily, she grabbed
just grabs the rod. It's on a Kaisa, but I think that's probably not relevant.
Rod Kaisa, Mech Infiltrators.
Mech Infiltrators.
Wow.
I think don't expect.
Sorry,
go ahead. I was gonna say don't expect Emily to be going Mech Pilot Infiltrators after last game. Yeah,
probably not. But as I say, Inay's text on the top of his screen has not changed. Besides for his placements, still just says GP sucks. I'm tilt.
Yeah.
Hopefully, less tilt now.
He's doing quite well for himself.
Yeah, definitely. What was his placement last game? It was third last game. So went third, fourth, third. I mean, pretty respectable placements. I mean, Inay is in second place in terms of points right now, only 3 points behind Finaldf. This is very well. If Inay wins or even top 2, top 3s this game, could be within reach of a victory here.
Yeah, absolutely. Top 4ing every game generally puts you in a pretty good position to win overall, and still only lost 1 round all game.
Yeah. Which was the last round, going back on a winning streak or trying to before neutrals. A 2-win streak isn't the greatest as you're only getting +1 gold at that point, but better than nothing. Nature's is level 7, a lot of gold, but his board's still pretty freaking weak.
Yep. Gets a couple Blade Masters in, I guess. Tier 1 Aurelia. A lot of tier 1 units, actually.
Yeah, Leota being the only thing that's not tier 1 here. Opting for 4 Vanguards. I mean, just trying to be as strong as possible. I mean, maybe he wants to lose this round because it's on a loss streak going to neutrals, but I mean, you're 35 HP right now. Like, how much longer can you really viably keep losing for? I don't think in this meta, you can really go on a loss streak and like go fast 8 and roll legendaries that make you win the game. Like, that's just not the meta for this, I don't think.
Yeah, not after the patch. No, definitely not. I think this Yi Not gonna do enough though. Nature's is gonna win this round.
Yeah.
Tier 1 Yi still. Mistax on a decent chunk of change, but it doesn't seem like he's been hitting anything because I
Nope.
just see one Yi on his bench.
Yep. We'll see what he hits if he hits something later on. It's a Jin in the shop. Jin could be a pivot here. Has 4 Vanguards, which is very good with very good with the Jin comp. Has the IE, has the makings of a GA and a Runans, which are perfect Jin items. I would be considering that if I were Nature's, for sure.
Yeah, could be the pivot for sure.
I don't think I do, but
Gonna maybe see if he gets some gold off of this. See if he has to sell
Yeah.
anything.
Or the great items. I mean, if he rolls like a vest and a bow here, I would take the Jin every time. Rolls a vest.
There's
rolls a
vest.
sword. I mean, that's not bad. Buys the Jin? Nope, doesn't buy the
No.
Jin. Does not
Levels
buy the
8?
Jin. Yeah, levels 8 right now and is rolling down. There's another Jin there.
What is he looking for though? That's the
Kale's an option. Ezreal is considering taking a lot of time. Nope. Decides to roll past it there. I guess looking for cybernetics. Wants to find the echo. There's an echo.
yeah, seems that way.
And a oh yeah, okay, there it is.
They're not
Rolls past the Fiora, but is he missing? Missing Vi, I believe.
oh my god,
Yes, Vi is the 6 cybernetic that he's missing.
Yep. Makes a gunblade there. Man, I don't know. This is a rough spot to be in if you're Nature's. What do you sell here? Do you
Yeah.
sell maybe the Shens, the Ezreals?
Yeah, Aurelia getting the resets though is able to carry this fight against HiddenDino.
You really need those victories right now. Okay, there's the Shen too. Probably replaces a Poppy or a Yasuo.
Kale too.
Kale and MF. I mean, he's finding good units. There's the Vi in the shop.
yeah, we have like a really strong team actually. Hold on.
Maybe not going 6 cybernetics. I
No,
feel like he has to be though, right?
Yeah,
like
no, definitely buying that. Right? Is he just not see it? Like he has. Wait, is he not?
maybe
I'm
he's
so
not going
confused.
6 cybernetics. Just gonna play Valkyrie.
It must be
Chrono
where he
instead?
didn't see it. Okay, he
No,
buys
he
it
just bought
now.
Okay.
How do
I think he must have just not seen it there until like he was like rolling, then be like, okay, I just need to make my board the strongest it can be right now, so I stop losing. Because like there's going to be no way he doesn't put in 6/7 next turn, unless like
Yeah, that's what I would
I'm
think.
insane
Oh.
if that doesn't happen. Okay, takes out the well, needs to take out the Shen Ezreal or the Kale MF. One of those pairs is going.
like this?
Oh, I guess it's the Ezreal still in with the Kale as
So
well.
loses both Valkyrie and Chrono synergies.
Keeps Blaster. I think Valkyrie is like pretty solid. Souless runs a lot of cybernetics. He's been spamming that comp, getting two of his accounts to top 10. And what Souless has been saying for this comp is that Kale MF is way better than the Shen and the Ezreal variant. He is keeping the Shen on bench right now, but has kind of like committed to buying both of them right now. It's just whichever one he decides to keep. Like he's hovering over these units. Maybe it's considering selling them, but keeps them into this carousel round here. So I don't know. Ionic there is probably what Natures will want. Okay, it's on the Vi. He's going for the Nico one, but they realized that was a Vi, so we'll probably just swap those out. He'll have an item on the Vi, so that she'll be buffed up for HP and attack damage here. Good play there. Good recognition from Natures, realizing that.
Yeah, gets him close to the tier 2 Vi as well. Whether or not that is incredibly impactful, but
a little bit. Vi's a solid
something.
unit. Yeah. Relative strength of the units of the cybernetics is probably like Aurelia, then Echo, then Vi being the third strongest one.
Yeah.
There's a Thresh too. I mean, Thresh, you really want Thresh in this composition. Like, it's probably just over the Ezreal, I would say. Finds the Vi, finds the Fiora
Couple
upgrades. Yeah. Real nice upgrades there.
Irelia too.
Cells keeps rolling. Really needs that tier 2 Aurelia, I think. Not finding it though. Is Illusion
Yeah.
in shop?
Sells the Shen finally.
Yep. Has not played the Thresh yet though.
Socks on Mech Pilot Infiltrators.
Yep. Decided to go for it. I think uncontested, I believe.
It's really slow on a lot of upgrades though, so we'll see if this pays off.
Hey, it has a Nico. Is close to some upgrades. Has a lot of
Yeah,
units
he's
on the
close.
bench there.
Need MF.
A lot of units on the bench there.
He's 50 gold, dude.
Not strong yet, but close to being strong.
Nature is finding the Aurelia. Makes that. Another Thresh as well there. And larger cone for the MF, but MF's on the bench, so
I don't buy this.
might not be taken here.
Might sell. I actually think I sell these.
I mean, if he hits tier 2 Thresh, we'll definitely put it in at that point. But just kind of keeping him
Dude,
from
it might
there.
be this.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
actually think it's this.
Does
There we
decide
go.
to-
There's Mana Reaver.
Yep.
It's actually this. It feels so bad.
Mana Reaver and the Thresh going in, so Thresh can also pull in the Ezreal.
Reaver's too good.
Can pull in the MF. Or the other Thresh. Hopefully not the Leona or the Lucian one, though. That would be not that value. Pulls in
Pulls in
Leona.
Leona. It's going to be the only
Leona.
pull for this one.
Yep.
But a lot of resets right now for the Aurelia.
Oh yeah,
Tripping around with
she's
that Blade Surge. Yeah, I mean,
so
she's
nuts.
massive right now.
9k damage, and the next highest was Vi with like
Sometimes I think
1.2k
that
or
you
something.
sell and sell, but I don't think it's correct.
Yeah, Vi is the Aurelia is real strong.
Yeah,
Three
very strong.
solid items. Like her AP scaling is not bad, which is why the death cap is like functioning decently well right now.
Like, I'm gonna have so much stuff I want to.
That looked like a strong combo. I think that was Souless the protectors there. Only
Yeah,
can't Inay with
Souless did
Valor,
have
Valkyrie
protectors earlier,
Blaster.
we saw.
Yeah. Inay, 89 HP, has been streaking. Still is playing that Ezreal actually. Like Inay knows how to streak so well through the early mid game.
82
to go
gold.
fast 9. Yeah, like he's going for the 100 gold, going for the record.
Yeah, I mean, he is the banking galaxy.
Yeah,
He is.
oh.
He's the one who sent out those loans to
Yep.
Natures. And he collected this game.
I'll give you 20 gold now if I get 40 gold back next game.
And I mean, we see him. Is he just going for 100 gold just for the meme? Is that what's happening?
98 here? Right now. I mean, probably not. He just doesn't. He's saving up to level.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess it's either level all at once or level every.
Yeah, which makes no real difference
Just
besides like a couple of
doesn't actually,
seconds. Which, hey, a couple seconds could matter, but probably not when you're 89 HP. There is a player going the, yeah, it's Emily. She did go the Vel'Koz, actually.
Yeah, okay.
She's at 25 HP right now, though. Ooh, Mistax Master E3. Oh, we see it right now,
Found
too.
it.
It's perfect.
He
We
found
see
it. It's huge. I wonder if it can end.
Mistax end the streak again.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Inay is only on a 1-win streak right now, but
Oh, yeah, true.
can he take down the HP leader? And it looks like yes. It's gonna shred through this. The Blade Masters once again.
They strike. Okay. If you are playing Six Blade Masters, I don't think this is the way to do it. But Mistax is experimenting with those, hyper rolling for Yasuo and Master E3. Has hit Master E3 a few times actually, every time, I believe. But
Yeah, I think he's had it every time.
yeah.
On the Sona already? Tier 3 Sona?
Yeah, Souless. Damn, these are really strong. Like perfect item Jin Zhao, near perfect item Rakan. Both tier 3. Like Souless is definitely primed to be at least top 2 here. If not, maybe win the game.
Yeah, he has a couple Darkstar in with the Jin as well. If he can find the upgrades there,
Yeah.
get a couple items.
He's already level
Now they're
7
waiting
with
for
40 gold still. So he'll probably be able to level up, put either an Ashe in, or maybe he'll opt for Mystics, depending. We'll see.
Yeah, Sox has started to find some upgrades here. He's still a little ways off from being at this full power, but
Yeah.
probably lose this round. I don't think that he's getting through this Xin Zhao.
Nah, there's no way. And the Rakan's still alive as well.
Yeah.
That Shaco only has an RFC there. It's not going to be enough. for
Yeah,
it
I
to
wonder
do
if
damage.
Sox has enough time. Has
I
to
don't
get pretty
know.
lucky on a couple rolls here.
it could be like 2 more rounds of losing before Socks falls. We see Emily here hasn't found the tier 2 Cho'Gath yet.
Well, there it is.
Though. I mean, there's no time for Emily to go to or get to tier 3 Vel'Koz or Cho'Gath, so probably just levels up here, I would say.
Yeah, suppose so.
This actually isn't. I don't think this is optimal positioning. I think the Blitzcrank needs to be on the top left or top right. Sorry, but Blitzcrank's actually pulling the unit behind Vel'Koz, so I think Vel'Koz targeting will mess up here a little bit.
Or it'll just instantly die to Aurelia. Actually,
yeah, that works as well.
Emily, I think, is gonna go down.
Yeah, she will.
Gonna go out 8th here. Unfortunately, Vel'Koz dying immediately, and yeah, that's gonna be the second 8th for Emily. But she did have a pretty good overall first showing. Did have that second place in game 1.
Yeah.
Mistax taking down Souless.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I didn't know that comp would beat the Protectors, but apparently it does. Maybe Mistax is showing us something.
Master Yi with all that true damage just ripping through.
Yeah. See a carousel here. Dino taking Celestial, Socks taking that Ionic Spark, which is gonna be really, really good for the mech. Zephyr picked up by Souless. Natures did want that. Inay is already level 9.
I can't beat it.
Still the HP leader of the lobby.
Yeah, we didn't see him go up to 100, but we know he did, and then he spent it.
Yeah. 100 gold. Wowie.
Yeah, it doesn't take Rambo damage. Yeah.
What a player. I mean, he's using his health as a resource very, very effectively. Mistax here is level 7, has that Casanova in now. Is he still going to keep rolling, though?
He's on a win streak with Blade Masters right now.
Mm-hmm. That's not something you see every day, or like at all.
Can he top 4 with Blade Masters here?
I wonder. It's possible.
It's close, right?
Yeah.
A couple people could just die this round.
Hit the Aurelia too. Has Disarm. Disarm might go on the Kale here. No, it's the Aurelia. Aurelia can be Mana Reavering and Disarming. Oh, that enemy Aurelia is disarmed, but...
Yeah, the Yi though. The Yi though.
Can it win?
It heals so much, this Gunblade.
It really does, but not enough. Maybe enough.
Oh, it was close actually.
It's actually super close.
There, yeah. You just needed like maybe 1 or 2 more hits on that Aurelia. Would have killed her and healed enough that he probably would have taken down the rest of the comp.
Yeah, there was no BM procs there at the end, unfortunately.
Yeah.
60%, I believe it is to proc, but
Dino went down.
Emily and Dino. I believe those were the 8th and 7th of last game as well, right?
Mistax probably rolls all the way down. See if he finds it.
We'll see. A few Shens away, a couple of Yasuo's away, a couple of both. Rolling very quick here. Yasuo, okay. Cells continues to roll.
Passed up on a Kale. Doesn't even care about Kale 3.
Guess not. Just wanted that Yasuo.
Not Kale 3, Kale 2. But
Kale 2, yeah, he's not.
Yeah, I was just looking for the Yasuo.
Okay, might be able to win this round, I think.
Yeah, can he take out Socks?
I don't know, this mech's gonna have a huge ulti here. Didn't do anything to the E, actually.
He's still good. He's chilling.
He is chilling.
He's gonna be surrounded pretty soon here. Can he take them all down? Is this set 2? Is this set 2? Knocked him in the waters.
There's no
Popping
healing.
up with the chosen one. Finally, the healing reduction comes down, but I don't know. Just the Annie left.
Not proccing Blade Master at all here.
Can he do it?
The heals, though.
Oh my god, the damage, the procs. Mistax takes out Socks.
What? It's the Yasuo 3 now as well. Has a Blade Master spec too.
He's in there.
Oh man. Okay, wait. What does he do here? He has
Does
the
he
BM
just put it
spec.
on the? Does he just put it on the Kassadin just to give it the buff? Like, or is he gonna take something out and put something better in?
Xayah pretty worthless. Could play a Lulu
Right.
that also gives Celestial. Doesn't give Mystic though, but I mean, he's hovering over it. Maybe we'll do that. What else could it be? It could be a Blade Master Jinx to give Rebel.
Giving Rebel to the Yi could be pretty good.
Yeah, giving Rebel to Yi and Yasuo. Both of them are
Yeah,
tier
true.
3.
You'd have to roll if that's what he's looking for.
Like, I actually think that's the play. Is it? No, it's not what he goes for here, though. Just slaps it on the Cassidy. Going for those, 9 Blade Masters. Okay, does put the Lulu in. I like that play, for sure. Do like that play.
Can he top 4 with Blade Master? Will it happen? Finaldf's on a win streak.
Finaldf, if he loses by 3 units or more, could fall here. Mistax going up against Inay, though, and Inay is so insanely strong.
Yeah, but the Yi is stronger. Maybe we'll see. She's trying to bump down Inay's comp. I mean, so far the Yi is a lot. Yeah, the Yasuo 3.
It took out Inay's win streak.
Oh, he took out Inay. The Yasuo 3 is able to make it in the back line.
Finaldf fell. Finaldf fell.
Is that top 4? Top 4 with Blade Masters. He's done it. Finaldf's out.
Wait.
That also means a lot for the actual standings, which I was neglecting, but Souless and Inay are kind of the ones in the race right now.
Yeah, Souless. Okay, Inay was 1 or no, how many points was he away? I don't know. It was like 3 points away. Yeah, 3 points away. Souless was 1 point behind Inay. Yeah, it's very well could be a Souless victory or an Inay victory. I mean, maybe Mistax is going to gatekeep someone here with these Blade Masters. I don't know if they beat Cybernetics though.
I mean, we're gonna see. We're just watching this Master Yi again. The Blades going around this Yi.
Oh no!
Time he's gonna go down. Nature's gonna take down Mistax. Oh no, Mistax, but still top 4 with Blade Masters.
Yeah,
Souless took so much damage.
Yeah, he did. Lost to Inay there, right? Because Nature's.
Yeah, I think so. That was Nature's versus Mistax.
A lot of upgrades here coming out. Oh man, these fights are intense. It decides who is going to be victorious here this week. Souless of the 4 Mystic 4 Protector comp. Nature's the Cybernetics. Rearranging the Zephyrs and the units. Alright. Going up against Cybernetics.
Yeah, can Souless stay alive? He has the tier 2 rocket in as well. A lot of healing. Sona getting targeted down by the Echo immediately. Grand entrance not on a lot of units. A little bit of scouting going around, seeing if he has to run. Nature's takes down Inay.
Falls.
He's actually out. Souless, that might have actually secured it.
Did it? It might have.
I think it did.
I think it did actually. Pretty sure Souless has
is going to be our Fight Night champion.
Oh man, that's
from lowest score ever to first place in Fight Night. Souless. We said, he's a great player. He really underperformed the first time we had him here, the last time we had him here.
Yeah.
And coming back and showing, hey, I can still, I still got it. To come in and win this one, and he did. He absolutely did.
Doing just that, playing very, very well in the past few games. For game 1, he bottomed forward, but yeah, got 3rd in game 2, got 2nd in game 3, and now he's top 2 again. Maybe winning this round. I don't know. Cybernetics is so strong though. I don't know if I think Mana Reavering onto these protectors will probably spell the difference here. Let's see though. Walk us through this fight here.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Got my eyes on the Recon as well, looking for big grand entrances. If it can go for the big cluster, it might be good. Doesn't hit quite enough units right now. We see the Aurelia might fall. That's pretty big. The Xin Zhao does get on her. Now it's just the Echo remaining of the big carries, but now that he is down, it looks like it will be the Protectors taking this one. The MF not going to be able to do nearly enough, so Souless going to hang on another round. Doesn't quite take down
the BMGG by Souless, but the game isn't even over.
GG, it's it with the JK. We go into one more match, one more fight between these two compositions, and it just comes down to can they find the crowd control on that Aurelia, on that Echo, and take them down quick enough, because the damage stacks up over time from those, dealing so much over the course of a fight. And
that's exactly what happened. The Rakan hit the Aurelia the last fight, and she got CC'd and then hit by the Echo and taken down. Will it be the same thing this fight, though? Or Aurelia find her way to get multiple kills?
Yeah, we are gonna see if a Blade Surge can get a reset. No, on the Xin Zhao. The Xin Zhao, massive, gonna take him down. Now we have that grand entrance in the back line. It's just the Echo remaining, trying to finish off the rest of these units, but he's going to have to contend with a Rakan and a Xin Zhao, and it's not going to be enough. Nature's going to go down, and that's going to be the game for Souless. Souless going to take a round as well as the entire fight night. Congrats to him. 0 to hero. Last place to first in fight nights. Overall, Souless, I mean, congratulations. Well deserved, well played across this one, and that's going to be a first place for him.
Souless actually typed a chat. He said, "Wait, I won?" Question mark. I love it. Was he not even like paying attention to the scores? I don't know. Man, Inay top 4 at every single game. So
Yeah.
that streak continued, but it
8
wasn't
in a row.
enough. Yeah. So impressive, but not impressive enough for the victory here tonight. Souless, getting that victory in game number 4 and the second place in game number 3, netting 40 points there for the victory. Again, congratulations to him. Inay in second, 38 points. Finaldf in third. So those 3 will be invited back next week. Naturesbf does scrape the 4th place. So he did scale up very, very heavily for the first 2 games.
Yeah.
Just not quite fast enough to be able to top 3 and be invited back. But we have Socks in 5th, Mistax in 6th. Emily and HiddenDino, our first time competitors here, not doing too well, but perhaps we'll see them again eventually in the future for a little bit of redemption.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing that we do have coming up pretty soon here on Giant Slayer TV is actually our Giant Slayer series, where we'll be having a certain commentator here will be participating in this.
Oh, that's crazy.
I know you guys think it might be me, but it's not. It's actually Khroen will be participating in the Giant Slayer series alongside players Gunmay, Becca, Raditz, Kuramex, Fluffy, Delicious Milk, Soju, Scott the Timo, Aegon TFT, Tien, Souless, Kiting is Hard, Kiyun, Socks, Dasic, and then, of course, Khroen. It will be casted by Doa and Frodan, so very exciting. Make sure to check this out. Yeah, it will be Monday at 8 p.m. will be the first one, so make sure you are here on Giant Slayer TV. Follow us on Twitter, Giant Slayer TFT, where you'll get all the updates that you need for that.
Yeah, saw a lot of those players on Fight Night Rising even, but yeah, Giant Slayer series. I'm super excited to be able to compete in that. It's going to be a really, really good competition over multiple weeks. And yeah, casted by Doa and Frodan. A great pair of casters there. Be excited to see how that one turns out. But I think that will wrap it up for this week for us here, won't it, Cass?
Yeah, I believe so. No interview today. We'll start getting that all fixed up and try and get those in the future weeks. We'll try and bring our interviews back. But for now, not going to have one. Congrats to Souless. Congrats to Inay and Finaldf. We will see them all back next week. Yeah, that's going to do it for me. Any last words, Khroen?
Man, set 3 Galaxy is pretty fun. Only got 1 Galaxy, but hey, hopefully next week we'll see some more. And until next time, peace out.